What's going on, all you wild rascals? It's the Cinephellas boys back for episode 120 of the Cinephellas Podcast. And per usual, things are about to get wild. To dive into some movies, TV shows, and other stuff in the entertainment business. So first off, how you boys doing tonight?
So man, we're ready to get wild.
I could smell it on you. How wild you guys want to get. Well, it's good to see y'all again. We come back here every 2 weeks talking about all movies and stuff we've been checking out. So first off, I'm going to state the obvious here. The Suicide Squad hitting HBO Max this weekend. Just checked it out yesterday. Me and Henry reviewed it. Man, I loved it. What'd you guys think? Armando?
Yeah, no, I loved it. I want more of these kind of, like, for a superhero movie. I feel like I want more stuff that's this like exciting to watch. I was like, okay, I'll go into it. I had like medium expectations because I was like, okay, let's see what DC does because they're hit and miss now. I don't know what to expect, but like I was like really into it from the beginning. I was like the tone, like it was totally a thing that I felt okay, this is gonna be a movie I love. And then as it kept going, I was like really invested in like what was going on. Like even like the whole Suicide Squad thing, it's not a like what I like is they're still trying to kind of do the same structure. But what I liked about it was they did make you care about the characters in a way where you did genuinely not want any of them to die. Mm-hmm. And like I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? Like I wasn't gonna be like, oh, if they kill this person off, I was gonna be upset. But at the same time, there was like it felt like there were more stakes to it as opposed to the last movie where like it was kind of a thing, but it didn't really, you weren't really attached to it. This one, it was just like you did care about each individual person in it. And I did like find everybody to have like their own character. It made me like rats for a while. I don't like rats. I was very into that lady with the rat catcher. She was very entertaining. And I was like, I don't like rats. But for a while, I was like, okay, this made me like rats for 2 hours. And she was like a good character in general. I liked her a lot. And Idris Elba, I liked him a lot too. He's very good in a lot of stuff. And I feel like as far as certain movies, like sometimes they don't get what he can do in terms of like a leading thing, unless it's like on TV or something. And I felt like here he knew what he was getting into. He was having fun with the material. Like he doesn't have to be the straight man, but he knew, okay, I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm not just gonna just be stoic and serious. I'm gonna at least know this is a ridiculous movie. I'm gonna still put my all into it and have fun with what I'm doing. And I liked the stuff with him and John Cena. It was really funny. Like really, I laughed a lot more in this movie than I thought it was gonna be. I was like, okay, they're just gonna put a bunch of jokes I'm not gonna laugh at. Like the Weasel stuff. The Weasel stuff was making me, it was killing me the whole time. I was like laughing so hard when that stuff happened. I thought that the only thing that I wasn't really that into, like the plot is like a regular plot. I did like they did try to subvert it in a way, kind of to not focus on, okay, we got to go catch this guy, and instead become kind of a bigger idea of, okay, we got to stop a certain thing. It's not just, okay, we're still on a mission, but it wasn't so much, okay, this is the guy we got to follow. This is the guy that's going to do the thing. It was like Harley Quinn's going to do her thing, and she's going to kind of, we're going to go see if we can save her. And then they kind of don't do exactly what you expect for these kind of movies. It kind of tries to, it still has the structure of a comic book movie. And I'm not going to say I know all comic books or anything, but I do like that it did try to get out of the box and not try to be so much like these other Marvel DC things. And it did try to, like, I just enjoyed the fact that it did try to do something different in a way that, like, it just felt like it was just like, let's have fun. I feel like that's what that seemed to be the mantra when they made it. Let's have a good time at the movies, and let's just do what we're gonna do, and let's just make sure everybody's entertained. And like, I really enjoyed. I had a really, really good time with it in general. I thought it's a movie. If I might watch it again, because on HBO Max, I'll probably watch it again before it leaves. Like that's how good I was really into it. Because some of these other superhero things, I'm okay with them, but I feel like this one, like I was just like, okay, no, I was like, I'm just with the characters. I'm with the ride. That's always fun when you're really invested in what their journey is, even if you're not necessarily, because you don't have to care about the overall story. Sometimes the characters make all the stuff that whatever issues you have more entertaining as a whole. It like kind of makes the whole experience like interesting. If the characters are very interesting, you're following very fun characters, and I liked how it did try to do a lot of different things to really set them apart and make them their own unique thing. And they all had their own quirk, but everybody had a thing that at least, okay, that guy did something memorable that was pretty funny to me, or something that, okay, that's gonna stick out to me. Like I like Polka Dot Man too. Polka Dot Man, I was like, this is gonna be a nobody character. They're gonna waste him. And I was like, okay, he like did something for me. Like they got the right actor for that, because he's just such a weird guy. Like that guy just in a lot of stuff where he's just weird to me. So I think they got the right actor for that. Because like everything I've seen him in, he's just off. He put stuff into that role to give it more than just I'm gonna be a weird guy, but he did elevate it to a point where it was like, okay, I do care about you as a character. You're not just here to, just be a joke character. Because I mean, it's Polka Dot Man. You think, okay, that's not somebody you're gonna take seriously when you hear that name. And then the whole backstory, like it was just funny how all the stuff with the backstory with his mother and stuff was kind of goofy to me. Like it worked though. It was a good part of the movie. And then I like King Shark. I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be an annoying character. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. And then I mean, it worked for me. I was laughing at like a lot of the stuff he was doing. It worked. It worked for me. I was like, okay, at some point this is gonna get annoying, and it's dumb. But I feel like because it's a movie that it's just trying to have fun, and it knows certain things of it are dumb. It's not trying to be serious. Not every movie has to be so serious. It has to be so, oh, we have to like have this kind of tone, this serious tone, because a lot of them do. This one's like, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, just embrace the craziness. And I think James Gunn, he did really, really good trying to get that tone out, because I think DC kind of was just like, you can do whatever you want to do. And I think if they go in this direction more, this is more of the kind of stuff I would like to see superheroes do more, and really a mixture of different kinds of movies. They don't have to just do, I know they don't have to just do the Suicide Squad and you just have to do that, but I want them to have more fun with these movies as a whole. Like DC should just enjoy what you're making. Don't just be like, oh, we have to make these things heavy and gritty, and just make movies that are good. And I feel like this is the step in the right direction. I hope they make more good stuff like this in the future. I really hope, because like I really thought this was a really fun time as a whole.
What would you give it out of 5?
I would probably give it a 4.
A 4? Hell yeah. That's what we scored it.
That's what we both gave it. Yeah.
Oh really? I gave it 4.5.
4.5?
Nice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I
was thinking about that. I could have.
Great. And
everything worked for you?
Yeah, and are you guys familiar with Trauma?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I perfectly describe that movie as a $185 million budget trauma movie coming to life. Like it had the same sensibilities and weirdness, the violence. It was fucking really violent.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking heads getting blown off.
Yeah, they blew Pete Davidson's face got blown off. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, like right in the opening. I'm like really surprised in how they went into it with a bang.
Yeah, I liked and wait, did everyone see it on here? Everyone saw it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Kinnaman. I liked Kinnaman as Fled. I was pissed when he died.
Yeah.
I thought he brought a lot. I love Cena. Cena was great. Ratcatcher Girl was pretty good. And Stallone was amazing as King Shark.
Nom.
Yeah.
And who else? Polka Dot Man. The guy was in The Dark Knight.
That's right.
Yeah, he was they interrogated him in the street, Harvey and Batman.
He was in Prisoners too, I think.
Yes, he
With,
was.
Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
And Ant-Man.
Yes, he was an Ant-Man. Yeah.
What's it, David something? David, I can't pronounce it.
David.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce
it's the
his
long
last
name.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he
But-
make a good penguin? I think he looks like a penguin.
He kind of looks like the guy who did play Penguin on the show.
Right.
On Gotham.
Yeah, he does.
It's like that nervous,
Yes.
jittery energy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does.
But it has balls. This movie has balls, and it's, as you know, Amanda was saying, like, we need more stuff like this. Everything doesn't have to be MCU. It doesn't have to connect. We should just have fun with movies. And I thought this movie was really a good time. I'm gonna, like Amanda said, I'm gonna watch it again. I'm definitely gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up buying this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Home
Mhm.
collection. I like how it didn't take itself seriously. It was a lot of fun. You got to spend time with each character in the movie, get to know them a little bit.
Yeah.
I like pretty much everything across the board. I didn't love the music though. Some of the music in the
Music was alright.
soundtrack, it didn't really.
It was
mix-
underwhelming because it was a James Gunn movie. Like we expect like a lot from him when it comes to
Yeah,
soundtrack.
I was
Mhm.
expecting more like classic rock. I don't know, like a '70s feel to it, and there's a lot of modern music. So I didn't. There was only one thing I didn't like.
And it's so much style too. I like
Yeah.
how we introduced
Yeah.
each chapter like a novel, and like I think one part was the tree said chapter 6 or whatever the chapter was called, and then one shot was the rooftop and like the pipes.
That was cool.
Thing. I thought he did have a good job with James Gunn. I hope he does another one, and pulls in more like characters that no one really knows about, because you can off them, or you can keep them on and make them popular.
How funny was the scene with the detachable kid when his arms came off?
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
That
He
was
just looks
hilarious.
so hilarious standing there like
How
acting like he's moving the arms. Yeah.
I loved it when they were shooting his arms and he was going, oh, 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 oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob, what'd you think of the film? What would you give it out of 5?
Oh, 4.5, 4.75. Like it was damn near perfect. You didn't get Harley Quinn shoved down your throat, which I was nervous for. You got to see a lot more. Like Idris Elba had a better backstory. Him and Cena's rapport, it was better than Hobbs and Shaw. You know what I mean? Like I felt like it was the same dynamic.
Yeah.
Anything you can do, I can do better type thing was great. Honestly, no, it's a damn near perfect movie. This is James Gunn's best movie, in my opinion, just because, like Kev said, I told my buddy, I said, someone gave the little boy from Trauma a bunch of money and just said, here, do what you want to do. And this is what we got. And this was awesome. No other person could bring in Starro the Conqueror and make us care. And I loved it so much.
Yeah, that was really cool how they did that.
Yeah, he was bright, and it was cool. It was well done, but it wasn't so serious because he was like bright and colorful, and it was like nice. It was actually nice to look at. I'm like, I'm kind of enjoying this guy just smashing everyone
Yeah.
with their tentacles and his babies. It's nice.
Yeah, this is definitely one of
gotta
those
say-
films that you can rewatch, have a couple drinks, get lit, and then throw it on. It has a lot of rewatchability for sure. I already want to watch it again, and I just watched it, a day or two ago. So, yeah, loved it. Loved all the gore. It was so gory. So many people's heads ripped off, bodies ripped apart, everything you can think of. He was so creative with the kills too.
I like how the camera works too. When there's like up close and somebody's getting their head blown off, the guts go on the camera like a few
Right.
times. That was really cool.
Did everyone? watch
I didn't
Max?
see them killing Pete Davidson that fast though.
Me either. I thought he
No.
would have been in it longer. Him and some other characters.
I was surprised they killed Boomerang as quick as they did.
Yeah.
I was too.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to give him more to do, and then surprise.
Hey,
This
lad.
was
All the
like
other
my
minor
favorite part of the first one, or the other Suicide Squad movie, I should say. He was my favorite part. Yeah, I thought Boomerang's just a great. That role's great, but
It's the only thing I really like Jai Courtney in.
Yeah, just did a way better job than Will Smith did.
Yes.
In the first, like leading the team. I believe the
oh,
more.
you don't even have to.
Yeah.
You don't even have to refine that, Henry. That could be a statement I'd put on a shirt. I think Idris Elba does it better than Will Smith. Period. Just put that there.
And I love the shot when they got out of the bus or the van and it was all white and it was raining. That was beautiful.
That was
Yeah.
And then you see them all in a line just walking. That was an
Yeah, it
awesome.
was sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of great cinematography for sure.
So they said that Guardians 3 is James Gunn's last deal with MCU, and DC is just throwing money at him, going, all right, make more. And he's getting excited. Do you think this not takes over MCU, but do you think this could get more people excited about more DCU?
Yes.
Even though it's not canon per se? Like, I think this could be a bit, if they could keep this tone when it comes to Suicide Squad, at least. I don't think you could do a Superman movie like this, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think moving forward, DC, though, they found success in a couple of these R-rated ones. So they're going to give them more freedom to make these kind of darker movies. Well, not really darker movies, but obviously the Joker was dark. And then this one, I think we're going to see some more R-rated ones from DC. I think it just fits better with the DC world, the darker kind of comics.
Yeah.
Let Marvel do their thing. They'll have Deadpool, of course, but let them, give James Gunn all the money. Let him direct some other DC movies.
yeah, or even not even direct, just like be in charge of like the tone of everything.
because not making, but him being behind a Swamp Thing movie would be fantastic.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
hell yes.
Oh, yeah.
Please bring that.
No, like,
please.
It'd be perfect.
I mean, it'd be his, like, you could almost make it his homage to Trauma with Toxic Avenger. You'd have Swamp Thing and put a couple like winks and nods. I'd be cool with it.
Oh man.
If you go to C2E2 this year, Lloyd Kaufman's usually there. I've talked to him. I've never got the man's autograph or taken a picture with him, but you should do it. He's a funny fucking guy. Trauma's always there.
Yeah, we've been to a few horror conventions. We've seen him there. Trauma too. The Trauma booth.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
They mentioned James Gunn possibly directing the Gotham City Sirens movie just because he works so well with Harley. And, it'd be cool to see him direct some other females. He did a good job with Ratcatcher in this too. Gave her a lot of work, and it could have just been a really minor throwaway character. That was one of the best things about this movie. Everybody got their time to shine, really. You didn't feel like you didn't see too much of a certain person. Obviously, in the beginning, they killed off a bunch of people, but just how many characters they were, they got to focus on who was left after the initial onslaught.
And also, James got his brother on screen again. As
Yeah,
he
he did.
usually he put him as Weasel, and I was just like, of course, that absolutely fits what your brother would do. And the after credit scene really sets up for either something very big or very lackluster.
Right.
Be a show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's getting his
show.
show, and they said he's going to be a quieter version of what Cena was in the movie. I was like, I don't want that. I want a very balls to the wall still piece. If you were going to make this guy, I want to see him at that level the entire movie.
Guy's massive, man.
Yeah.
Every time he's
Yeah.
on screen wearing those tight shirts, like, geez, he has
is
huge
the star.
muscles. Big
Fucking
guy.
ripped.
Whenever he was
I
throwing
love-
people.
I like
I
when
just
he's
wanna shout
wearing the jorts in the movie.
When he came out wearing the whitey tighties, I laughed really hard out loud. Just like, of course, in the jungle, everybody else is all bundled up, and here comes homeboy just coming out in those like Hanes underwear, just like, what's going on? Just like, what the hell are you doing?
I also want to shout out. I love what's her name is Amanda Waller. I think she's a great Amanda Waller.
Viola Davis.
Viola
Oh,
Davis. Yeah.
Viola-
She does great in that role.
She's like intimidating, like kind of crazy, dark.
It's not a
Yeah.
woman I would want to cross.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has that movie, TV show, How to Get Away with Murder and stuff like that. Like, she's a phenomenal actress overall. But yeah, she
Yeah,
killed.
she is.
I'll be
Ma
honest, the
Rainey.
first Suicide Squad movie, I
Mhm.
was mad that she was Amanda Waller because I love a fat Amanda Waller. Like, she was always this really, really chunky black chick, and that just made her seem more like rough and tougher for some reason. So when like Viola Davis, who is in great shape and all that, I was like, the first time I was like, oh, I really kind of wanted like Octavia Fuller or something to be my Amanda Waller, But
Yeah.
no, Viola Davis does it great. And Steve Agee, he's a comedian. He's a great writer. He's the guy.
He was the guy
in
with the
thing.
beard,
Like,
right?
we got a kaiju
The
up in
computer
this shit,
Yeah.
He was he also does a lot of James Gunn stuff too. I forgot who he was, but he had to wear a whole suit. I think can't remember who it was in the second one, but like he's always over there too. So I like how James Gunn has his cast of friends now, because who was it? Margot Robbie's supposed to be in Guardians 3 as a certain role. Idris Elba's in Guardians 3, although that'd be a little hard to do.
Comic book movies that can bring anybody back.
Right.
From another multiverse.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more Gunn in DCU. More movies, not just Suicide Squad, other characters too. I think Swamp Thing would be awesome. Did you guys check out Mr. Corman on Apple TV?
No.
No.
Joseph Gordon?
How is it?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. Really depressing, but really good. Joseph Gordon directed, produced, wrote it, stars. Passion project. He's really good in it. Playing a teacher, going through some shit in his life and trying to get through it.
I like him. Like, did you guys like Don John?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, it was good.
he's been one of my favorite actors pretty much most of my life since I was a
Yeah, he's
kid.
been in the business for like
30 years.
years. Yeah.
Since Angels in the Outfield and Third Rock from the Sun.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, he was in H2O, the Halloween movie. Been a bunch of shit. Looper,
He was in
Dark Knight.
Hesher.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, that movie was actually pretty good.
it was.
Him,
That was
Portman,
good.
and whatnot.
Not too many people have seen it. I always mention that, and they're like, "What's Hesher?"
You ever see when he was on Conan promoting Hesher?
I don't.
No,
I don't know.
think I did.
What do you do?
I don't know if
Basically,
I know.
He's teaching Conan how to basically what do you call it?
Oh.
Headbang.
Yes, headbang. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say headbutt. And so they get wigs, and he's like, "Oh, give me a fast beat," and they play him a fast beat, and just basically starts throwing everything, and he flips that glass table. And Conan's like, "Stop! Like, what the hell are you doing?" And then George Stagano was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and Conan just looks at the glass table. He's like, "To your room." That was cool.
Yeah, it's really a good show. There's
How many episodes is it?
So far, well, it's 10 in the series, but so far they debuted the first 2.
Okay.
And then it's every Friday.
I'm about halfway in now because the screeners they gave us a whole season to screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been watching it consistently. Yeah, it's original. There's not much like it. Every episode's a little different. Like in the 4th episode, he gives his roommate in the show, Arturo is his name. Victor is the character's name. He gives him like his own episode. So like you learn even about like his roommate and stuff and about how their relationship is and everything. And he does like a little musical number at the beginning of every episode. It's kind of cool. Like he has this like piano and then he's like using different things to make sounds and stuff. Yeah, he just gets really creative with it. I guess on the Marin podcast, he was talking about how he talked to Ryan Johnson about, directing this and everything. And he's like, yeah, Ryan gave me the advice to like kind of go into this as like, don't put any, don't make it one way, do whatever you want in the show. So like be really creative. So like he has like a musical number in one of the episodes and a lot of like animation behind him and stuff. It's definitely something from his mind, like you can tell that he put his passions into it, deals with anxiety and depression. His character, he's a teacher. They dive into that a little bit in the first episode, but I'm like 5 in and he's only like in the classroom for like the 1st and 5th so far. So it's not a lot about him being a teacher, but
is that where they're in New Zealand? Those episodes?
Yeah. So after the 3rd
4.
episode, COVID hit. So they had to go to New Zealand to film the rest of the 7 episodes after that. So it changed a little bit, he said, from his initial writing. So it's reflected on the show, COVID and everything. And trying to think what else I can say about the show.
How long are the episodes? Are they an hour?
Half an
30
hour.
minutes. They're pretty quick, but there's no breaks or anything. So it feels like it doesn't feel short or anything. It's like the perfect amount of time.
Yeah, I think Kevin would enjoy it, being a teacher and everything.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's really good. Joseph Gordon can't do any wrong. He's a pretty solid actor.
He took a little break to raise his, he had a kid a couple of years ago. So he took off a couple of years, wanted to be there for the kid.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's pretty big on, he's very connected to his fans on Facebook. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Oh, awesome.
And he always asks for like, he'll say like, oh, what's the greatest amusement park you've been to? Like, share a photo of like most picturesque photo of the beach. Like, yeah. And he'll shout you out. He's like, oh, I like it and everything.
That's cool. Yeah, his company Hit Record, I guess it is. he does a lot of that work too, where you can contribute like to videos and raises a lot of money for charities and gets a lot of people involved. So yeah, he seems like a pretty down to earth guy. One of the better guys you see out of Hollywood. Not into himself.
No, it seems
Seems
pretty
like a good
normal.
guy.
Yeah, I listened to our Marin podcast. It's pretty good. Talking about his past and how he got into show business and stuff.
Mhm.
It's pretty good if you guys haven't listened to it.
Also on Apple TV Plus, I've been keeping up with Ted Lasso. I think it's 2-3 episodes in to the second season. It definitely retains the quality of the first season. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, you're in for a treat. It doesn't, like, the quality doesn't go down in the second season. It feels like the same show. And it's just like one of those shows you want to watch. Like, I watch it usually before bed or whatever. It's one of those shows that you can watch and feel good before you go to sleep. Start your next day feeling good, thinking about the episodes. Really well done. The actors and actresses are really, really good on the show.
He's overly
It's
positive.
not just Sudeikis. It's the supporting cast around him too.
He's an overly positive character in that show, right?
He is. Yep. He kind of he plays that up on the show. In the last episode, like something's happening on the team with the team dynamic. He needs to like get them to start working together better. So he's like, he looks over to the assistant and he's like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and winks at him. And then the assistant coach is like, no, don't do it. And he like goes back, and then he comes back onto the field and he's like screaming at him, acting like the opposite. Instead of Ted Lasso, he's like, oh no, here comes the lead Tasso, and he's coming out and he's like screaming at everybody. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, like I said, it's not just him. It's like the supporting cast. The couple of players that are on the team of the soccer team are really good. There's just like overly douchebag guy that I won't spoil it since you guys haven't seen it, but he's a douchebag. And then there's another player that at the end of season 1 ends up retiring. Well, his character's back in season 2, but he's kind of commentating now. And his character, he's just like this gruff kind of like, oh, fuck you kind of guy, which is really, it leads to some really funny moments with his character, because every time anybody talks to him, he's like, oh, fuck that cunt. But he's likable too. Like, you can tell he has a good heart. So yeah, I know I've talked up Ted Lasso before, but yeah, it's been good so far in season 2.
How's Juno Temple in that show, the blonde?
Excellent. Yeah,
Who's she
she's
playing
one of
in
the
that show?
she's one of the better parts. She played one of the douchebag soccer player's girlfriend in the first season. But it changes. Like, all the characters go through changes and arcs and stuff, end up with different people. One of the other blonde lady that's the owner, I guess the owner, or maybe the president of the team, I can't remember, maybe not owner, but she was on Game of Thrones before this. She wasn't like a huge character in Game of Thrones, but you'll recognize her when you see her. It's this blonde lady, English lady. A lot of good actors, as you can imagine, with it being from England and everything.
I watched the first episode. I liked it fine. I need to watch it again. But
Yeah.
like, I did like how positive he was. I guess I was just expecting it to be more of a sitcom thing, and it seemed like it wasn't as sitcom as I guess I thought. So, but I do like.
It's more serious, but I mean, it's funny,
definitely.
but yeah, it's different than a sitcom. Yeah.
But yeah, because I think I don't know what happened, but now it's like I kind of prefer like these kind of more dramatic, like all the sitcoms now. It's like, or the comedies aren't really comedies anymore. Everything is so serious. It's like everybody's
Right.
sad now on all these shows, and
Yeah.
I liked the first episode. It was just I liked the tone of it. I think I need to watch it again, but
Yeah.
I do like.
Definitely watch it again. Let
Yeah.
let it go over a couple episodes, and then it just starts flowing. It's
Yeah. Because I think the thing too, I was like, why is this guy so positive about everything all the time? I mean, I'm positive, but like, this guy's way too positive for me. Yeah, but
You'll find out.
okay, yeah, okay. I had it Apple TV Plus. I don't know if I'm gotta see if I still have a subscription to it, but they have some really good stuff, and like now they're getting more and more content. I might have to pay for it or find it another way. I don't know, but they have they've been doing solid stuff for a while.
Yeah.
They always give out free trials, so check out. They're pretty quick to give out free trials. I've been having a free trial for like a year and a half. in
Yeah, I
one way
gotta
or
see.
the others. I think they like telling people they have subscribers, even the
Yeah.
free trials count. So
They don't need the money, so whatever.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah, because I remember when Apple TV Plus started, everyone was like, "Oh, that's so stupid! Another streaming service. They're not gonna go anywhere." Everybody was like waiting for them to fail. And then this Ted Lasso show, I have to hear every time like I go online, everybody's talking about it. Oh my god, this show's so good. I like everywhere. So I'm kind of running out of things to watch. Them. I may like check it out again. It looks like the right kind of show we need right now. Something positive.
It is. Yeah.
Very you need those kind of shows right now. Not everything has to be like too heavy and gritty all the time.
Yeah. All the characters on the show, all the soccer team members they're from all over the world too. So it goes to show you how when you work together with everybody, just the whole team aspect and everybody working together as one. Yeah.
Right.
It feels good and it's different from
Right.
what we're used to seeing on TV. Bunch of divisiveness and stuff. It's good to see people
Right.
getting along.
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I need to get on season 2 of Servant. Finish that off.
Finish that. Yep. Season 2 is definitely Rupert Grint has some great episodes in that you're gonna
Yeah.
love. One in
If I was
particular that
drunk.
I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah, I started that one too, and then I didn't finish. I think something happened. I just never finished it. But I watched the first season of that, and I did like it. I don't know, but it was good. It was really weird. That's all I can say. But that's like the whole tone of that show. It's like everything was just off to me, and I was like, it was a good kind of off, but I just dropped off for a lot of for different reasons. But I did like what I saw of it. I was like, this is. It was just like interesting. It's a 30-minute show. And they got like a lot done in 30 minutes of what I saw in each. I think I saw like 5 or 6 episodes, and it was like really crazy with the stuff with the baby.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It gets crazy at the end.
yeah,
The first season.
yeah.
I'm interested to see what they do with the second one.
Oh, okay,
Like where it goes. We'll see.
yeah. And then there's supposed to be. I didn't watch it, but there was some Julianne Moore show on there, like a Stephen King thing. I didn't watch it, like Lizzie's Story or something. It looked
With
good.
her and Clive Owen, I think.
I think so. I don't know, but it looked good. I mean, the stuff that I see, like I saw like little snippets of the trailer or something, and like I was like, they're putting so much money into all of these shows and like getting all these big stars to be on it, And I mean, I'm glad it's working out for them. Like so far, I like the morning show. The morning show I still like. My mom was asking me the other day, we gotta get the morning show back on the where. When is it coming back? I was like, I don't know. We'll see
Pretty
when
soon,
it comes
I think.
back.
I think in the fall. I think I
something
saw a
like
preview
that.
for it. Yeah, a
I
couple
saw
months
some.
from now, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe even next month.
yeah. That was like the most I like Jennifer Aniston in anything in a while. Like she's just cold to me in a lot of things, and I just don't get a good read from her. And then in that, I was like, okay, this kind of works. Like all that stuff I kind of feel about her kind of works because they kind of play into that on that show. And I like Reese Witherspoon was good in it too. And I think that show, like in general, just was like a good like hour-long drama. Kind of reminded me of The Newsroom. Like the feeling of it was very newsroomy to me. Like I don't know if it's the same writing style, but I don't know. It was just like a good show just to kill time. Like not anything too serious, but like good, decent like character drama.
Do you guys hear about Reese Witherspoon's company? She apparently sold it for like 900 million.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
What the hell does her company even do?
I was thinking about that as I mentioned, and I was like, fuck, I can't even remember now. Let me look it up.
She's got a cookbook. She has a book club. But if you tell me she's got some sort of trucking company, I'm going to be really upset.
No.
Trucking company. Come on.
Just like, oh yeah, Reese's Trucking Company. It's all nice and flowery, and they're the top freight company.
All right. It's a media company, apparently. Hello Sunshine. She sold it to a private equity firm, Blackstone Group, and it's supposed to be valued around 900 million.
Wow, she's gonna be a fucking billionaire, dude.
Yeah.
Come a long way from Sweet Home Alabama.
Forget that.
From getting fingered on the Ferris wheel.
Cool intentions and election.
Yeah, that one. Election.
But what time period do you think the new Predator movie is going to be? Because it's going to be before Schwarzenegger, they said.
That's what I read.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. Shit, I don't know. 1800s. I don't know. Maybe even earlier. Isn't it supposed to? It's gonna be a female. I read
Yeah, it's a female.
the title Skull, and
Oh, yeah.
apparently she might have Native American.
Wait, SKOL?
SKULL Skull.
Skull. Oh, thought skull.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
I probably said it like that.
Skull.
Yeah, whatever.
I thought it was
Skull.
almost like it would have been Viking time or something, you know?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just read a couple things on Joe Blow. They had like a rundown of some things that they learned about it. But apparently, Dan Trachtenberg was trying to keep it on the down low, but then all the information leaked. So he was kind of disappointed with that, which is why we know so much about it now, because he's like, well, we already kind of spoiled it. So here's some details. But the premise sounds cool, like the Predator's origin kind of a thing. And the actor, which will be a female, trying to use her intellect, kind of like Arnold did in Predator 1 in the jungle there. So I'm hoping it's going to be more like Predator 1. That's what they keep saying.
It's going to be Dutch's mom or something, like back in the 50s.
Nothing with Dutch. No, apparently.
That'd be cool if
But
they did.
I guess you never know. Maybe they could. Maybe that'll be
Maybe
the
it's
twist.
the Jamaican guy from number 2. Maybe it's his mom.
Mario Van Peebles. Is that who it was?
I'm trying to think because so we had regular Predator, which was great. The remake, Predators with Adrian Brody, and that was, you can't make Adrian Brody a hero of anything like that.
No.
Then you had the one where Predator was hunting a kid with autism.
Ugh.
What do we do? Now we're going back in time.
Here's a couple details. I'm reading it now. This is a Predator origin story. This is the Predator's first journey to the planet.
First journey on Earth. Yes.
Yeah. Our lead is female. Let's see. Looks like they did the same thing with Alien vs Predator there. But yeah, female lead. It goes back to what made the original Predator movie work. It's the ingenuity of a human being who won't give up, who's able to observe and interpret, basically being able to beat a stronger, more powerful, well-armed force. And then they say it actually has more akin to The Revenant than it does any film in the Predator canon. You'll know what I mean once you see it.
It's like a giant bear.
Like Revenant, like grittiness out in the wilderness. Yeah, maybe some animals or some shit.
So wait, we're gonna get a Predator going after a female. Something's gonna rape something, like the bear raped Leo. I'm thinking the monster is Harvey Weinstein.
I was waiting for that.
Going against a wittier female who has to outthink her romance. This is a take on modern society.
So the movie's gonna star Jennifer Lawrence.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Personally, it was just more regurgitated crap. It was just, hey, we're gonna put fancy pictures up and look at this. It just didn't feel. Wait. Requiem wasn't the one where he made Kerry Washington an honorary Predator, right? That was the first one.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of them, the woman he was hunting, he's like, "Oh, now you're one of us." I'm like,
I feel like
I didn't
that's
mean to sound like a Native American. He's like, "Oh, you're one of us now."
I think that's the first Alien versus Predator.
Alien versus Predator movie from 2007.
I have to rewatch the Alien movies. I have them, and just because the boys are getting to an age where they're like, "Oh, we're really curious," and the more I think about it, it's like, I shouldn't watch this. Maybe Jaws, but at the same time, I was like, "Fuck, I can't wait for them to get into it so I can watch Alien again and watch it for the first time through their eyes."
How old are your boys?
8 and 6.
I was fucking 6 when I saw Predator. One of the greatest movie experiences of my life.
Yeah.
I was about 5 years old when I first saw Halloween, stuff like that. My kids are just at a different variation of those ages I had. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, they should do it maybe like the early 1900s. That'd be cool.
I'd love to see anything, like even if they went medieval. You know what I mean? Kings,
That'd
queens,
be
got this
cool.
predator.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I just hope they don't do like World War I or World War II.
I think that would be a cop out. It really would, because I mean,
Yeah.
like, oh, there's all this blood and stuff. Yeah, no, I'd like it in a different part. Do it during the French Revolution. Why not?
Maybe they'll do like since it's Indian, the lead is a female Indian. You said right, Native American. Maybe like apocalypto kind of times.
No, I could get behind that with all that or the Aztec type. Yeah.
Because remember in
that lines up perfect too, because you have the sun god, you had all these different gods, and so of course the first time they would be doing something, they'd get some affirmation of the fact that the prophecy or whatever is coming to. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they're doing.
Maybe this first time he doesn't bring the helmet with him and always just looks like this. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maybe some of the weapons aren't available from his side yet. Like he uses the first time to like adapt to like humans, and maybe he doesn't have the helmet with a net.
I'd love to see a primitive version of Predator, a more toned down. I mean, obviously, still far superior than anyone else around it, but I'd kind of like it to see different weapons, different prototypes, if you will.
Yeah,
they should have John McTiernan direct it. He was only the original. I did
Bring
Die
back
Hard.
the OG. Yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive. I'm like, I haven't seen that guy direct anything in a while. Be awesome for him to like do one more film, another Predator flick.
Henry, did you hear what we were talking about Predator?
No, I haven't heard.
Oh, you're saying like maybe it should be set in like the Aztec gods, like he faces off against like the original Mayans or Aztecs or some shit like that. That'd be great.
That would make sense. Yeah, with all those skulls. Because that's how they played games back then, cutting people's heads off and playing soccer with the skulls.
Yeah, Bob was saying like if he comes down, it would like basically confirm the prophecy that they will believe in, that there's stuff in the sky. That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, that is a
and
good
more
idea.
primitive versions of the weapons.
Yeah, I'm down for a good Predator movie. I've been waiting for one for a while. I mean, Predators wasn't bad with Adrian Brody. It was more close. I mean, it was close to, not really close in quality to the original, but at least getting back to the jungle kind of thing.
Yeah.
That I like so much of the first one. So, hey, if they're saying it's going to be up there in quality, I'm hoping that they have something special for us.
I mean, we're starting to see now, like the whole streaming can still boost money. I mean, Suicide Squad is doing good at the theater, although it's funny people are saying that it's bombing. It's not bombing. It's just people aren't going to theater. It's on HBO Max. Why would they do it?
Yeah,
exactly.
And I think because I think unfortunately the HBO Max deal lasts throughout 2021, and then 2022 they don't have any of those anymore. And I think that's when the theaters will start not coming back.
With this Delta variant and everything, let's hope there aren't like 20 variants after this, and we'll be talking about the same old bullshit. But then they'll have to release them on streamers again. And that'll lead to more of the Hollywood stars suing, like Scarlett. And
I think Scarlett's just doing it just to like part of her because she doesn't. I don't think she needs the money. She's the producer and all that. And I think that's why she's going with it. Is she was tied up with this, that, and the other. That maybe she's trying to set a precedence. Maybe she's trying to set the example. I don't know. I'm trying to think because damn well she doesn't need it, but maybe it is all about you're going to be screwing people out of money if their contracts you'll get X amount % of theatrical release,
I've seen some big names come to her defense and say that there's merit in it. So whatever her end game is, apparently there's, she's trying to set a precedent, like you said, in one way or the other. I don't know all the details, but I know some filmmakers and stuff are like, yeah, she's, makes sense. Hopefully it doesn't cause a bunch of chaos at Marvel and take away from the quality of that, but we'll be set for a few years anyway with all the good ones they already have announced and being made and everything.
Oh yeah, there's been a couple things talking about throughout the Marvel releases that I'm starting to get real amped about. Like, all right, well, let's see what else comes up now.
Did you see Christian Bale picture of him as the
God Butcher?
Killer? Yeah. God Butcher.
Yeah. He's that Thor is going to be fantastic just because, well, actually all the Thor movies except for the second were really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like number 1 and number 3 a ton. And what's the guy? I'm going to butcher his name.
Taika Waititi.
Thank you.
Who was in the Suicide Squad?
3. He did. Yeah, he was good in Suicide Squad. He's in what was it? He did Free Guy or whatever. that comes out on Friday, the Ryan Reynolds movie, Jojo Rabbit. I mean, the guy's doing really good. So now you're giving him a big budget and a fun story to shoot around. And you know damn well from the art, we're getting 80s classic music in that. We're getting rock ballads. I mean, you can't look at that and not hear like "Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone" or something in the background. That logo looks like it should have been airbrushed on someone's jean jacket.
Yeah, it really does.
But no, they're talking about King the Conqueror being one of the big ones, and how this could lead to Galactus, how this could lead to Doom, how this could lead. So I'm stoked. Regardless, just we need less crappy, like really crappy movies. If they're going to be bad, they have to be very bad, because at least that way they're fun. Like Lamageddon. Watch Lamageddon.
Oh, by the way, I looked into it. It's the American Civil War. That's the time period for Predator.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
What side do you think he's fighting for? Sorry. That's a little, I mean, okay. I think we hyped up our idea too much, because now nothing feels like it'd be good. Did you guys see the deal that South Park got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, 14 seasons and X amount of movies or something?
Yeah, for $900 million. Sorry.
Jeez, those guys are loaded.
And it's Paramount Plus, which really surprised me.
Yeah.
This is going to be Paramount's big. They don't have anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, if you like CBS, that's all they have, and nobody wants to watch CBS unless you're 70. Or like in a hospital bed or something. That's the only way you're watching CBS voluntarily.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
So I think
they'll
this
have
is
Yellowstone. That'll be good.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, that's
Yellowstone's
right.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have Peacock. Peacock has Yellowstone right now.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But no, I think Paramount Plus, they're going to be reaching for content. There's a lot of, like, I feel like Netflix is spinning its wheels right now. Not in a bad way. It's just they're starting to really expand also global market too, which is smart. And I have yet to watch that terrible looking dating show because it looks,
I did.
It looks.
I watched
Did you?
I watched
Is it worth it?
It's worth it because the makeup is so damn good in the show, because all these Hollywood makeup artists are, everything's becoming CGI makeup. So I have a feeling that like people, who with skill are going to these type of shows. But the makeup is amazing because it changes the structure of the face. Like there are some people who, when you see who they are, like it's like not the same facial structure as whatever they were.
Which should be it. Like that should definitely. That's one of the big drawing
It's
points.
creepy though. Like,
Are you talking
you
about
see
the
a
animal
talking
show?
dolphin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show's. I watched a few episodes. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I watched what was that show on Netflix? Love is Blind. I watched that. That show's hilarious. Like I don't watch those dating shows a lot, but that one is just like a lot of messiness. And then they try because somebody wants to date this person, and then they're like, you got to meet people in a pod. You're not gonna meet them, and then you're gonna marry them. And that show, like, it's crazy. They had a lady. She was like 40 something years old. She was in love with this one guy, and then she didn't want to admit it or something, and so she got with a guy she clearly didn't like. And then she was like, no, I love this guy and all kind of stuff. And then at the end, it turns out, oh, well, I don't know if I can marry you because I still have feelings for this other guy. Well, like, she doesn't say it that way, but later you find out everybody knew she had feelings for this other guy, so the guy she was going to marry. And then it turns out at the end, like later they did like 3 episodes where they did like a reunion thing. And then this lady's like, no, I still want to give gifts. I want to show there's no bad blood. And the guy that she's in love with, new wife, is basically like, oh, well, I don't want you talking to that girl, and she's not going to give you a gift. She needs to know that she's sorry for what she did when she tried to get with you when we were together. And I never thought I would like that kind of messiness, but I don't know. I think so. It's so much TV out there. You just throw a rock at something that you're just like, okay, like even like it's like I'm not going to watch trash. I always thought I'm going to watch good quality shows, and then sometimes you're like I have to sometimes watch trash.
Good quality shows aren't fun. Like
That's true. Yeah,
I
they're not.
watch TV to be entertained, and sometimes
Yeah.
being entertained means I'm not a horrible human being. I can
Yeah.
eat a horrible thing of Taco Bell on a couch and just watch the 600-pound people struggle to walk and be like, "Oh, I'm not that bad." You know, like I think that's the whole. And it's not a you. I actually did that once. My wife goes, "What the hell are you doing?" I was like, "Oh," she's like, "You're eating Taco Bell. You can't laugh at them." I'm like, "Yeah, I can, because watch." I stood up, sat back down. I was like, "I can do that. You can't do that. I don't feel so bad."
So, so what do you think about Luis Guzman playing Gomez?
It's a weird
No.
choice.
Yeah, it's a very
That-
weird choice. I'm like, I could think of a bunch of other people I'd rather cast.
Yeah.
To me, it
They-
shows exactly where the tone is. They're not going serious. They're going to go off of. To me, it's going to feel like 80s sitcomish.
The laugh track.
Yeah, I think it's going to. Honestly, I think it's going to be. It's supposed to be a mystery show. So
Oh, really?
yeah, that's what they're saying. A
Uh,
supernatural infused. Hang on, I was reading it on Bloody Disgusting was doing something on it. I was reading. I was like, "What do you mean it's going to be infused, mystery infused?" Hang on, I might totally have butchered what they said and hyped myself up all wrong. But Wednesday is described as being a sleuthing, supernatural infused mystery, charting Wednesday Addams' years as a student at Nevermore Academy. It's her attempts to master her emerging psychic ability, thwart a monstrous killing spree that was terrorized at the local town, and solved a supernatural mystery that embroiled her parents 25 years ago, all while navigating her new and very tangled relationships.
I don't want to watch this.
So it
They have
sounds
to
like
pay me to watch it. I want to be paid to watch it.
yeah, it sounds like Sabrina.
Yes, Logan. I was about to say that.
Fucking Kiernan Shipka. It's like it's not a bad thing, but it sounds like it's gonna be like very teenager CW.
Yeah, it's a CW show. That's
Yes.
what it sounds like. Tim Burton's directing it, so already I was like, eh. And then two writers, or the writer and showrunner from Smallville are the ones doing this too.
Oh god.
Oh God. Yeah,
That's what I
there you go,
mean, like-
CW.
Yeah, it's just I forget him, Miles Millar. I'll see if they were in anything else, but and so now we're gonna be like, oh, what happened? Well, maybe that's the mystery is the fact that somehow they got Raul Julia and turned him into Luis Guzman. Like that's the thing that happened that she's trying to solve. Like, how the hell did my dad become a short Mexican man after being a tall Mexican man? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna keep because the girl who's playing Wednesday's Latino, and Guzman's Latino. So I wonder if they're gonna just cast the family like sole Latino actors.
Oh, then
maybe.
here's if they do, I
Probably.
want Sofia Vergara as Morticia. Okay,
Yes.
let's go there.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
call.
Good call.
Gomez, something wrong on Wednesday.
It sounded like Mrs. Swan from Mad TV.
Oh, yeah, Mad TV's on HBO Max. And
Yeah.
I've been watching it over just because it was actually really good for a while.
Yeah.
When Key and Peele were on it like crazy, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah. They were good.
But no, I think Netflix threw money at the name Tim Burton, thought, oh yeah, Addams Family is perfect, and then this is where they're going with it. So I don't.
My pick would be Oscar Isaac because he does the voice in the animated movie, and I love that. One of the few movies I like Oscar Isaac. So I'd like
could
to
see
see
that.
him in like a
That
live
movie. There's a sequel coming out. I haven't watched the
Yes.
trailer, but
It comes out-
I really enjoyed the animated one, like a lot.
So yeah, I saw it
It
in
was
theater with my kid, and we bought it. I've watched it a few times. I love it. But I love Oscar Isaac as Gomez. But if not in this show, if it's a teenager show, like who cares?
Who do you think is gonna be Fester then?
Nick Kroll.
Johnny Depp.
Or what's his name? Because I'm sticking with the Latin theme. Gabriel Iglesias to shave his head.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, that
you know
could
what?
work.
Honestly, that would sell the show even more for a lot of people. Or you go even what's his name? George Lopez. There you go.
Yeah, I
there's
was
your
about
uncle
to
right
say that. Yeah. Yeah, that can work.
there. He's been his career has been faltering.
I'd say for Gomez, Diego Luna would be good. I like him. He's a good actor.
If we're going Latino, I'll go Jay Hernandez.
Yeah, I
He
could
was
see
in
that. too.
Suicide Squad, a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe young 40s dad, younger 40s, early 40s.
For the Addams Family show that we want to see, not this version from the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they were to do if they were doing what would a good Addams Family movie currently look like? I would like Nick Kroll as Fester. I loved him in the animated thing. I think Nick
Yeah.
Kroll is actually a very underappreciated person. Just big mouth. He's great. He's a good voice actor, and I think that's kind of what you need to sell the Fester. Fester was never a normal speaking anything, so I think Kroll would be great.
No, you're right. He was great in the animated film as well. And probably be my choice for Fester in a live action kind of movie.
It was Christopher Lloyd in the first two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
No, I'd even throw it to Jim Carrey.
I picked the eunuch from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks
it's a good choice.
exactly like him. Charlize Theron as Morticia, obviously from the animated movie. She was great.
Oh, I would have won Ava Green. If I was making that movie, Ava Green would be my
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
she's-
know,
That's a possibility. She's
Yeah, because
Tim Burton's worked with her. Yeah.
That's true.
they're- Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do give a green now. Letitia.
I
Helena Bonham
Like-
Carter in there too.
oh, she's gonna be grandma.
Probably. Yeah.
Who knows? She might be Pugsley. We don't know what the world's headed towards. I don't know though. It sounds like it's all revolved around Wednesday, which cool, whatever. I still want I still would love a Christina Ricci, Morticia
Oh, yeah.
Adams.
Yes. Yes. I love the pictures of her as Morticia when she was older.
Oh, yeah, I would go with that. And that's one where you could actually have Oscar Isaac's actual as Gomez. We're making Hollywood better by casting their Addams Family and telling them when Predator should be taking place. We got it all under control.
We're getting our checks from Hollywood.
Yeah. Predator shows up, kills Gomez. That's how we got half of Gomez. That's where Luis Guzman comes out.
Just think Zoom calls like this during the pandemic. This is how writers' rooms were for TV shows and movies. There's just like, writers
Going around
going throwing out ideas. Yeah. Like we're doing. Like, hey, what do you think about this guy? Instead of meeting up in person, all online on Zoom.
And no one wearing pants.
Yeah. Jeffrey Tubin didn't know the camera wasn't off and he starts beating off during the. Did you guys hear about that? The CNN guy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Just tugging one off. Come on.
You see that commercial where I forgot what products for, and wife lets like two people into their backyard, and she calls the boyfriend. She's like, "Oh, honey, they're here." He walks out with no pants on, and
Oh
like,
yeah.
I thought we were doing this on Zoom.
Oh man.
To close out the episode, everybody's like, cheers. And then we zoom out and we're all not wearing pants. Just CGI, like buff dudes, like lower torsos.
Making sure we move the pack so we laugh like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, CJ John Cena's lower half on it.
Yeah.
Tiny white.
There's a few trailers they released this week. I don't know if you guys saw it online. TV shows. Impeachment, American Crime Story. There's a little
I
teaser.
saw the preview for that today.
Yeah, it looks pretty. I mean, it's a teaser. It's not much, but you have Beanie Feldstein playing Monica Lewinsky and Clive Owen playing Bill Clinton. That
And
comes out.
Edie Falco.
Edie Falco.
Yeah.
Yeah, this September, man. It's coming out.
Speaking of Edie Falco, quickly, I'm on season 3 of Sopranos now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's going on? What's going on in the
Mom
episode?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mom.
okay.
Yeah.
Did you like the weird CGI?
Yes. Okay. She was CGI. Okay.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Wait, this looks a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
she
was
died.
Not in
unexpected.
real life,
She
right?
did. Yep,
Yeah.
the actress died. Hmm.
Yeah, it was weird, especially in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
CGI wasn't very good.
All she was doing is this. She's like,
I know.
Yeah. And was her head and her body was like off?
Yes, it was like
It was like weird, like a puppet.
Uh-huh.
I remember seeing that. I'm like, wow, that's bad. But yeah, that's coming out this September. I'm pretty excited for that. I remember growing up when that happened. Bill Clinton. So
you
Beanie
know,
Beanie
sorry,
Feldstein's
go
pretty. Beanie Feldstein's a solid actress too. So
yeah. But what's her name was supposed to play Coulter? Betty Giblin.
Oh yeah.
Now it's
She dropped
Kobe
out.
Smulders. I'm kind of upset because I think Giblin
Betty Gilpin would have been better.
she's
Yeah.
a way better actress than Kobe Smolder.
Yeah.
She looks more to the part too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other trailers they released this week. You guys see Cobra Kai's coming back, season 4?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
This December. I'm really excited. I didn't think it would be coming back this quick. So I'm like, all right, I'm on board.
Oh,
You
that's
have-
pretty cool, Henry. I like
Yeah. They sent it from Netflix. Like they had something online that I answered,
Wow.
and then they sent this out. It's like a little stand-up thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to the El Valley Karate Championship in this season finally.
Heck yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see the tournament. That's gonna be badass. All those
Yeah.
kids are really awesome as the kids, you know, the fighters. They look believable. Most of them. Some of them look awful, but Hawk and
Yeah, they're
the
pretty
bad-
good.
The bad girl. Yeah, they're pretty,
The
pretty good.
worst one is LaRusso's daughter.
Sam,
Yeah.
yeah, Sam's bad. She's-
I can't.
Pretty terrible.
When she pretends to throw a kick, I was like, all right, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Hawk and that other girl, that bad chick. I can't think of her name. She's great
Yeah.
in
She
that
was,
show.
she was on
Uh,
Disney Channel
Tori.
for a long time.
Tori.
Tori,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, she's great. Chick I
And the
wouldn't mess
kid.
with.
Which Johnny's kid's name? I always forget.
Johnny.
Brian.
What the hell is his
I
name?
want to say, I want to say Brian, but I don't think it is.
I thought it was like Blair or something. Can't remember.
Was that another
wanted-
trailer? You're gonna
I
talk
want it
about
to be
Logan?
that now.
Blair.
Robbie.
Robbie.
That was way off.
So
So
Robbie-
Not
close to
even-
mine.
Not even close.
So Robbie
Not
is
even
he is the subject in the remake of She's All That. Because
Yeah, I saw that.
it looks terrible.
Oh yeah. But,
Awful.
so Rachel Lee
Yeah.
Cook
He's
is
not-
in the
He's
movie.
not a bad looking guy, even with like the beanie on and long hair. I'm like, he's not he's not a bad looking dude.
Well, that was the whole thing of the original ones. Like she wears suspenders to school. What a freak, you know.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
Rachel Lee Cook is in the trailer for
So
the
is
new
Matt
one.
Lillard too.
Mm.
Yeah, so it makes me wonder, like, please tell me that this is somehow this reversible, just horrible hodgepodge of 90s nostalgia that's going to be like, oh, yeah, you know, Rachel Lee Cook and Freddie Prinze Jr. had a kid, and this is his kid, and now he's picked on, you know, something like that.
Kid that plays Miguel is going to be Blue Beetle, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm like, I don't know how to say his YOLO.
Me neither.
The name starts Zolo? Maybe if it,
Zolo,
I don't know.
I think. Yeah.
Zolo Manaduha.
Sure.
I don't know. I just no idea.
No, if him as Blue Beetle works.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the character, but I'm like, that sounds good.
That's
Well,
not
there's a couple different iterations of Blue Beetle. So this will be the young Hispanic kid.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Robbie Reyes, but I don't think that's it.
No, I don't think so.
Season 4 of Cobra Kai. Yeah, we are also going to see the return of what's the guy's name? The villain from the third one. Terry Silver. Is that right?
Terry Silver, yeah.
Yeah,
the
Terry
ponytail.
Terry Silver.
Yeah. They already kind of showed him that he's going to be returning.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Wonder what they're going to do with that. Who's going to come into the state tournament and tell them to do some bad things so they win?
Right. I'm interested in the dynamic between Johnny and Daniel. Are they going to stay kind of working together, or is it going to be
Yeah.
fall apart quickly, you know, kind of a thing?
They'll probably work together. And then you got the two bad guys, Kreese and Terry Silver.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. It's been so good so far. Loved what they did with the last season, even showing Kreese's backstory going to Japan. And we're going to see, yeah, obviously with Terry Silver back, things from part 3. And I'm assuming they're probably going to eventually cover even next Karate Kid.
Another season 4 trailer finally. Stranger Things teaser was released this week.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ, this is gonna be 4 years since the last season. I don't even fucking remember what
Crazy.
happened. I'm like, so they're
July
like,
4th, mall. Yeah, it's been a
the
long
mall,
time.
yeah, and they're in
Mhm.
college now. But it comes out next year.
Damn, they're gonna be like 30 by the time we see them up again. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
11 smoking Virginia Slims.
Outside the bowling alley. Give me a Miller Lite.
Hey guys,
Things
she's
have
got
been rough.
11 tattooed on her neck. Just all right.
Things have been rough for those kids in Indiana. We know that, Bob. We know what happens in Gary, Indiana up there. Things get a little too
Oh
crazy.
god.
Meth
No.
and alcohol.
Well, I mean, Hopper becomes a Russian superhero. We saw that.
Flamethrower in hand. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's. I'm gonna watch it, but that comes out in December, which means I'll have to start my Stranger Things rewatch about 3 weeks beforehand, and then I had to do it before season 3 as well. I'm like, all right, I remember what happened, but I'm gonna do it again.
It's not even December though. It's next year. They didn't
It's next
say.
year, man.
They just said 2022.
Yeah, probably
Son of
next
a-
summer.
Yeah.
Next summer, probably.
Cobra Kai's December, but yeah, Stranger Things 2022.
11's gonna be 11 weeks pregnant in that movie.
Yeah.
You will
I
be.
know.
My third
Yeah.
kid.
Well, if
Yeah.
you think about it, they're what, 16 probably? It was 4 years ago. They're gonna be in early 20s now. Playing in junior high or whatever, high school. It's not gonna be believable.
It's
Come on.
the Harry Potter curse.
Yeah. Ron, you hit puberty.
Actually, there was a great SNL skit about that where Lindsay Lohan played Hermione.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her shirt was all unbuttoned, and she's like, "Oh, we just have to do this spell," and she'd like move his back. And the guy's like, "I have to go tame my dinosaur," and or my dragon. They're like, "You got a new pet?" And he's like, "Nope." He just walks out. You're like,
I'm interested to see Robert Englund, see what he does.
Yeah.
Show what will he'll be like a villain? Are they going to play off the whole Freddy thing or?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have like a nod to it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad his name wouldn't be Frederick or like something, just a nod to him.
Right. Yeah.
Like his last name's Kruger or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really tell much from the trailer. It looks like 11 gets taken by some people in the trailer. They show a glimpse of like Sadie Sink doing cheerleading. She's a cheerleader.
Yeah, and they're riding their bikes. Is about it.
Yeah.
Even
And
though they
Hopper,
have,
of course.
even though they have cars now, they have licenses. They're still riding their bikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that comes out next year sometime. We'll see how it goes.
Did you guys watch Jungle Cruise? Did anyone else watch Jungle Cruise?
No,
No.
not yet.
I didn't see it.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, watch it
Fun?
with your boy Logan. He might take it.
Yeah, I'm not paying $30 to see it. I'll wait till it's free.
Yeah, I'll see you Friday. I'll have a present for you.
Sweet.
No, I was
Very
saying, does anyone know about, I know it was now the box suggestion. Does anyone know about that movie Blonde?
I heard about it. I sounded interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be good because I heard they're gonna re-edit it or something because
Yeah, it's too crazy.
it's too crazy.
But,
Yeah,
like the author who wrote that book said that he did a really good job capturing the spirit.
yeah.
Of what that book's about. Do you guys know what that book is about or no?
No.
No, not really.
Yeah,
don't know
I
anything
did.
about it.
Monroe. It's like a fictitious account of like her downfall psychologically. And Anna De Armas is playing Marilyn Monroe, and like they made her look like Marilyn Monroe. She looks,
I saw the pictures. Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
really like her.
yeah. And Andrew Dominic, who did the assassination of Robert Ford
Mhm.
and Killing Me Softly, he's doing it. And this author called Joyce Carol Oates wrote it, and she saw an early cut of the movie, and she said it was amazing. He caught everything, but Netflix said it's too weird, it's too out there, even for Netflix.
Really?
Netflix usually lets the artist do anything, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I would really want to see his cut.
The
So,
original. Yeah.
I'm gonna start reading the book soon. I have more time now because it was supposed to come out in the fall this year, but now they pushed it a whole year back.
Wow. Well, hopefully whatever they release will be worth the wait.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to see. Hopefully his original cut is released somewhere.
and I want to see how she does with Marilyn Monroe. I think she'll nail it.
Mhm.
From the looks and the pictures, it looked exactly like her.
Yeah.
So and she's a pretty good actress. So I'm feeling pretty positive about it.
Apparently, the script contains little dialogue, and he's described the film as being an avalanche of image and events.
Well, it's like fucking Terrence Malick then. Probably.
Yeah.
We'll of course see the shot of her with the, the air from the what am I trying to say? The sewer vent, blowing her skirt up or whatever. The famous. That'll be one of the shots. Probably her and JFK. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Oh, it's this. I didn't know it was the same guy did Killing Them Softly too. Yeah, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the assassination. I just never put two and two together with although the names of the people in the movie are the ex-athlete, Gladys,
that's how
the playwright.
Yeah, the playwright.
I like
Arthur
that.
Miller. That's Arthur Miller. The baseball guy is DiMaggio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then there's a lot of people who don't have anything written underneath them, so I kind of like, the president's pimp. That's a role. Right on. No.
Yeah,
When's this
Chastain
coming
was
out?
supposed to do it.
I don't know. This girl's giving her a run for her money. Yeah, she's the person from Knives Out.
Knives Out. Yep.
Yes.
Here's a picture. I'll just put it up. So
She was also the leader in one of the leads in the movie Yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, she was.
He sings to her on the show.
But that movie was so good and yet nobody liked it. Okay, yeah, all right. And I saw the name and I'm like, I know that name. Knives Out, all right. Bond Girl, Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. She was in Blade Runner. That's what it was.
mm-hmm.
And the Night Clerk. So, have you said this didn't have a release date yet, or it doesn't have a home yet?
No, they Netflix is doing it, but I forgot who said it. It's supposed to be a little dialogue, and it was supposed to come out in the fall, but Netflix is getting cold feet, and they want to re-edit the film. So I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of narration in the movie now. If it's all imagery and like all that stuff, which will probably mean they will ruin it.
Yeah, especially since the actress, she's good, but she's her English isn't fantastic.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't have her narrated at all.
Yeah. That's true.
It's a big book too. Yeah, this is it. It's
Oh, wow.
I'm looking at it at work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's it's over 700 pages. That's a lot of shit to put in maybe a 2-hour movie.
Damn.
2.5 probably. I mean, or did they say runtime was?
Oh no, I'm just guessing the runtime. So 2.5 hours. That could be another thing. Like it could be too boring and too it's too long.
It's from the assassination of Jesse James by the coward, or the outlaw Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Like even that title was too long. Like if Netflix is working.
I like that movie though.
No, that movie was solid, and I love the fact that it showed that Robert Ford didn't have that amazing life afterwards. He did it, and people called him a coward, and he ended up taking his own life years later. I love all that old West stuff.
Yeah, and I'm reading now that actress Jamie Lee Curtis, who Marilyn Monroe starred in with her father, Tony Curtis, Some Like It Hot. Jamie Lee Curtis saw a part of the movie, and she says that she's Marilyn Monroe. Like it's an amazing performance.
Wow.
Wow.
But
Got my interest.
Yeah, I'll read the book. I'll let you guys know how it is. See if like I can gauge based upon his style, like what I think he's gonna do and what Netflix is gonna make him do. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that one.
Cool. Yeah, let us know. Henry, you want to talk about Ready Player 2?
Yeah.
Just read that?
I got it when it came out. I pre-ordered it. It got here. It sat on my shelf for a long time. I read a chapter or two, and then it was just sitting on my shelf. Finally was like, all right, I'm going to read this, chapter or two a day, just get it knocked out. And I read it, and I was very happily surprised that I really enjoyed it. I probably enjoyed it more than the first book, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't read it yet, but I'm waiting to. But now that I'm closing down the one location, I think I'm going to.
Yeah, it's a fun read. It's a quick, easy read. This one, whereas the first movie was more video game centric and all the quests and stuff, this one is movies, music. It, it's basically like they do missions based on some John Hughes movies. And then we see some Prince, a lot of Prince references, the whole mission there. And then the ending is really awesome. What happens there. And of course it involves the Halliday and Og that we saw in the first movie, the people that made the gregarious systems and the Oasis and all that. But yeah, I love the book. It was terrific. I had a blast reading it. Really well done. And I had read some criticism before I read the book, so my expectations were low. But yeah, I was happy. I had a great time with the book. Ready Player 2, and apparently they're in the beginning stages of working out the movie. So hopefully we'll see a sequel with Spielberg at the helm again.
I loved Ready Player. I loved the book. The movie was good. I wish, again, this is in perfect world, where they could have made that a trilogy and each key could have been a movie, because you had 2 different missions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they couldn't obviously get the license for everything. But man, there was a lot of stuff that I was just like, it's a great book, though. That's one of my favorite books I've read.
Yeah.
Whereas Space Jam: A New Legacy had all the Warner Brothers, like all the characters and everything. I thought Ready Player One did a better job with showing you all these crazy characters on the screen, but not making it feel like it was a big commercial or whatever. You know what I mean? But I will say with the second movie, it's going to be hard to kind of replicate what they did in the book here, especially, going into John Hughes and the making of these movies. And I won't spoil anything, but yeah, it'll be difficult. They'll have to change it for the movie, just like they did for the first one. They changed the video games around. They'll have to change some stuff, obviously, but I think they can make another game work, especially how it ends, the whole ending to it. They could definitely make that most of the movie. But
one thing I really missed about what could have been had in the first movie is the Mecha Spider-Man, like the big Spider-Man vehicle he had.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I knew I wasn't going to get it, but man, I wanted it.
That would have been awesome.
And they're like, oh yeah, they have the big scene. I'm like, God, is he in the Iron Giant? Is at least one of them with the Iron Giant? Do yourself a favor and don't read the because Klein did, Ready Player One. Then he did that book Armada afterwards, and I made it halfway through it. I had to force myself, and I was like, all right, I can't do it.
Really? So I was wondering about that one, because I think they're going to try to make a movie off of that too. I didn't know if it would
they probably will. It was very terrible. It was bad, but I don't know if it's bad because his debut novel knocked it out of the park. And then we're like, oh, what do you got next? And since it didn't live up to that, then all of a sudden we all thought it was a failure. But then the next one he comes out, he went back to what we knew. Same with Weir, who did The Astronaut. He did another one, and now he has, I forget, I have it somewhere back here. I have one of the newer books, and the newer book was good, but The Martian was fantastic. Then he tried to write from a woman's point of view in somewhat similar style, and it was just really bad. I was at Half Price Books, and I grabbed for like $3, you can't beat it, the Howard Stern book that came out last year.
Oh, is it like a tell-all or something?
It's all these interviews he had.
Oh wow!
Like different people and stuff, and I was like, I want to do it,
Yeah, I bet that'll be a good read. He's got to have some crazy stories.
Yeah, it's weird interviews. Like he goes like, it's almost like transcripts. But I mean, for $3, $3 for that, I can't beat it. I mean, it's not that big. It literally. I'm like a kid showing a C teacher. Kev, you're used to this. Yeah. It actually is. It's all interviews in there. Him and John Bon Jovi. So it's pretty cool. And I read Private Parts when I was a kid. So this is a lot different than what it looks like. But
tackle this.
All the new books come out. So is it? I have people at work have been asking about it, and I was like, well, I heard that they go more in depth on Brad Pitt's character. I go, but I haven't read it. Is it worth reading?
I haven't started it yet.
It's different.
Is it?
As far
Is
as
it a
like
good-
it goes in depth to the character psyches more, and big events like the end fight or maybe like 2-3 pages. It's more about getting inside the head, and they don't. And I heard it does not make Brad Pitt's character look good. Kind of like portrays him as a psychopath.
Well, I mean, he kind of was like,
Yeah,
well, maybe not a psychopath. He seemed like a sociopath in the movie. Not in a, I hate to say not in a bad way, but they didn't make him seem like an aggressive sociopath. They made him seem like one of those guys that just emotion eludes.
yeah.
But because I was talking to people about Once Upon a Time, and I was talking about the movie, and a lot of them didn't like the movie. I thought that was a shame because I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Me too.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I remember
really like it.
everybody's complaint was like most people that I know was like, oh my god, they're just driving in that car the whole time. But I mean, there's so much more to that movie than the driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dialogue was really really good, but Tarantino's always very very good. I don't think there's any movie where I can say the dialogue is ever bad from him.
No.
Yeah. I want to
I
read
like
that
when they
book,
went
though.
to the ranch, the Spawn Ranch there.
I was
You kinda
just
get
gonna
like-
say.
It's like a
Yeah.
horror vibe of that.
Yeah, that was a really cool scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, very intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to read that book though. Maybe I'll buy it soon.
I'll let you guys know in the group chat after I read it. Let you know how it's different or
Yeah.
what I think. Let you know. It'll probably be a few weeks. I'm a slow reader. Read a few
Yeah.
chapters here and there a night. So
Yeah.
You're a parent. You don't make it through a book that easily.
exactly. Yeah. I don't have any time anymore. That's for sure.
I love thrift stores and stuff. And if I see a book, I'll grab it, or if at work we have it for dirt cheap, I'll grab it going, all right, one day. But I've been finding so many more audiobooks at thrift stores for like $1 or $2. So I grabbed Devil in the White City, 2 different
Nice.
Stephen King ones. The newest one being, was it The Institution, I believe was the last one he put up before this.
Yeah, the institution.
Is it good?
I didn't read it. No, I didn't read it yet.
Because he just put out one on Tuesday that just sounds terrible. Like I was getting him ready to put on the floor, and I was like, "What's this about?" And I was like, "Small town assassin goes back," and I just closed it. I was like, "No." I was like, "It's nothing against him. It's just I picked it up one. Oh yeah, that's not what I want, you know." Like, but no, Devil in White City, that one. What else was there?
That's good. I read that one.
I love Devil in White City, but I read it when it came out, and I was like, I'll do it again. And the kids won't let me read, so I got the audiobook. So I just put it in on my drive to work, from work.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite Brendan Fraser movies? He's starting to do a comeback now.
My favorite, I mean, honestly, Encino Man, it was one of my favorites as a kid.
Airheads.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Airheads.
Yeah, that's a funny movie.
George of the Jungle is one of my boys' favorites. I love The Mummy. The Mummy one more so, but I loved everything Brendan Fraser was in for a long time. He was even good in dramatic roles, and then once all that stuff happened, he left. And
School Ties.
School Ties is
Yeah.
such a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And you hate Ben Affleck in it, which you're supposed to. Everything. I think you even hate him in movies you're supposed to like him in.
Did you know there's a connection between Encino Man and Son-in-Law?
What's the connection?
So in Son-in-Law, when Pauly Shore is at the party with Carla Gugino,
Mhm.
and it's a costume party, and Pauly Shore is a what do you call those Mexican woman with the big hats and they have fruit in it?
Oh yeah. A Chi-Chi dancer or whatever
Yes,
they call
Chi-Chi
them.
dancer. He's dressed as a Chi-Chi dancer, and he walks up to somebody and he's like, "Oh, nice costume," and it's Brendan Fraser as Link, and Brendan Fraser just grabs like the toy frog that's on like this hat and he bites into it, and he hears someone in the background saying "ill," and Pauly Shore's like, "It's like, nah, no way."
Oh, wow. That's been
There's
a long
also-
time since I've seen that. I gotta watch
Encino
that.
Man, Encino Man also has a tie to In the Army Now. which
Oh,
is
really?
when Pauly Shore,
Oh,
Andy Dick, and all
yeah.
them are in the mess tent, and he goes, "Guys, don't try the chicken here. Tastes just like frog." And then he takes
Oh,
everything back and
shit.
goes, "Enjoy." And he wants
That's awesome.
I thought In the Army Now had such a great marketing campaign. It's like the America has been invaded by air, land, and now shore. That was like really clever when I was a kid.
That's great.
that movie was great. I mean,
Yeah.
that's when Andy Dick could still get put in a movie and where you liked him. His career kind of went down the shitter, you know.
That douchebag I heard. That's why.
Yeah. But no, honestly, I loved almost every Pauly Shore movie, which was a lot of Brendan Fraser movies as well for a bit. But no, I think The Mummy is probably might be everyone's favorite.
He's good on Doom Patrol too.
I have not made it through the second season. For some reason, that second season, I'm forcing myself to sit and watch.
Okay, I didn't start the second season yet. I saw the first.
There was a movie I like Blast from the Past. I used to watch that a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, where he was stuck in a bomb shelter
Yeah.
for I forget, like since the 50s, and then he gets out when he's in the 90s. Like, that's a funny movie.
At least you see.
Yeah.
To see Spacek and Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken,
her
yeah.
parents.
Yeah, that's a funny movie.
We just watched that not too long ago. It's really good.
Yeah.
Dave Foley's in that movie. I was
Yeah,
watching
that's right. I forgot about
I was
that.
watching.
Yeah.
I was watching Kids in the Hall the other day. It's funny how many Kids in the Hall you run across in every TV or show or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of those movies, like it was always on like pay-per-view, or like we had Stars, I think, at the time. So I would just watch that when it was on TV all the time. It's like very 90s to me. Like it's a movie of its time, but it's like one of those movies where it's not a bad thing because I just like how it feels like that. Because my mom, like, I think was in like that part of California, so she kind of recognized certain things about it. So there's like kind of a nostalgia, like sometimes when we will watch it, she'll be like, oh yeah, I can recognize this part of LA, and like just as a whole, like I think like he carries that movie. Like he's very likable. That's a movie where the whole movie is just like he's supposed to be very naive. He doesn't know what's going on. He's very likable, and that movie really depends on that. And like even I feel like if that was a different person, I don't know if it would work as good. Like I feel like the perfect guy for that. You need somebody that's really like, I don't know, kind of, he can come off very clean, very like, but not like too much of a doofus. He seems like a real guy, but like he seems like a very approachable person in that movie.
Oh, you know what's good? Bedazzled.
I was about to say I like that one too.
Oh yeah,
Is that Elizabeth Hurley in that?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the poster.
Yeah. I still have the DVD of that one.
Those were great. My favorite one was when he was the athlete and he keeps going, well, you want to play good.
Yeah.
You try to play good.
And then he had the sweat coming up on him.
Just pouring sweat. What you got?
Yeah, I like when he's the Spanish guy and he's like, I can't speak Spanish, but he's saying in Spanish. Logan, what about you, man? What's your favorite Brendan Fraser movie?
Oh man, The Mummy.
Yeah.
Encino Man. Probably
Yeah.
my top two right there. The Weasel, buddy. Yeah, two of my favorites right there.
Did you like him in No Sudden Move, Kevin?
Oh yeah. I did not like what Soderbergh did with the fish. Line.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was
Took me out of
weird.
the movie.
Yeah.
A couple
I watched
times.
it on my phone too. It looked extra weird.
Oh, you want? Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
That. Yeah. It was a cool movie. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
I thought David Harbour was good in it too.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, but
I was surprised with the cameo at the end too. I didn't expect to see him.
Yeah.
Oh, he was also in Crash. I totally forgot about that.
yeah, he's Sandra Bullock.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And Monkey Bone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who mentioned Monkey Bone before? I can't remember. Somebody did.
Kevin,
yeah,
I
we
think.
did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The movie's so messed up. It was fun, but it's so
Yeah.
messed up.
Now his career's, he's getting more parts now.
So yeah, now Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yep, with
That's pretty
Jesse
awesome.
Jesse Plemons, Leo, Bobby De Niro. It's gonna be good. He's also in the upcoming movie The Whale, Darren Aronofsky,
Wow.
and then Brothers with Glenn Close and Peter Dinklage coming out. So he's getting some good flicks now.
What happened anyway, like to begin like his downfall? I can't remember. I probably heard of it, but
Divorce. His wife cleaned him out.
wow.
Then he turned down, what was it, a role or two because of like the guy was starting to get like rubbing on him and stuff, and he was one of the people who did the Me Too movement thing.
Didn't he get like blacklisted for a while?
Yeah, because he was coming forward and talking about how he doesn't name names, but like a producer kept rubbing his ass and
Weinstein.
yeah, it probably.
I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know, but sounds like Weinstein to me.
He also hurt himself too because he used to do all his stunts like in Jordan.
Yeah,
so
I
his
forgot
body
about
wore out,
yeah.
and that's why it's one of the reasons he's a little heavier now too.
Wow. Yeah, he used to be ripped and shape. Yeah.
Yeah. He drunk was like ripped, and he did Dudley Do Right, but that was movie.
Definitely do right.
Yeah, he did some shitty ones, but whatever. We love the guy.
Yeah, it's great.
Glad to see him back.
I liked him on. There was an FX miniseries about the Getty family. He was good in. Trust.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah, he was good.
And yeah.
Is that the one where he had a cowboy hat, or is that something else?
Yeah.
No, that's the cowboy.
Yeah. I think it was like kind of the narrator that show. He was just like
he
knew everything about the Getty family. I was like, I wanted more seasons though, because they kept saying, "Oh, we might do more seasons," and then I think FX was just kind of like, "We're just gonna not pretend this exists and put it on Hulu," because kind of nobody watched that show, but it was so good.
Yeah, Boyle did it.
Yeah,
Boyle,
Boyle. Yeah, it's really good.
I think Brendan Fraser is Mark Wahlberg, the same character Mark Wahlberg plays in the movie.
Oh, okay. I never saw the movie, but
oh, you never saw the movie?
I know. I'm like the is he like a detective, Mark Wahlberg, in that movie, or at least I need to see it though. It looked interesting. I don't know, and then I think once I saw the miniseries, I was just like, just kind of forgot about it. It kind of came out at the same time.
Scott did that. And what did you guys think of speaking of trailers? House of Gucci.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Good.
I'm in. Lady Gaga looks like she's gonna chew up some scenery there, and Adam Driver looks pretty badass.
And what's his name? Leto.
Leto has the weird, creepy-looking guy. Yeah, another transformation.
Gonna be another Oscar contender, I feel.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's never won an Oscar, really, Scott.
I thought he would have been up for one with the Millionaires Buyer Club.
Wait, didn't he win? I thought
he won. He won for that. Yeah.
Yeah, he won for Dallas Buyers Club.
He won
Leto
supporting
as the.
That's right.
Ridley Scott.
Oh, Ridley.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is surprising. He's made a shitload of films.
No, and he has here's the other one coming out too. Fatal Duel.
Last Duel. Yeah.
Last Duel. Yeah.
With Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Adam Driver.
Yeah.
Looks pretty interesting.
Him are like the new Leo and Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I like Adam Driver. I think he's an awesome actor.
Jesus, is Jared Leto portraying Ron Jeremy?
I know.
He kind of looks like him.
Looks like him, or shit. Who does that look like? I'm trying to think. I can picture the photograph, but yeah, Ron Jeremy.
Like Pacino looks like Will Ferrell.
He does. He does.
No, it looks like it's going to be good. Jeremy Irons is in it, so it's going to be
stacked.
What does Lady Gaga do? The father, the son, and I don't know, in the trailer, I remember doing her the rosary.
And then she says about herself, like, I'm not a good person, but I'm fair. And she like the way she hits the coffee cup with the spoon. Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
That was pretty cool. You guys see the trailer for Clint Eastwood's new one?
No, I didn't watch it yet. How was it?
Yeah, I saw it. It looks good. I like a lot of these Clint Eastwood movies. Like the later ones, I'm gonna see it because this is just gonna. They always try to make it look like this is gonna be an Oscar movie, and then and then the whole movie is just like Clint Eastwood just acting like an old man for 2 hours. Like it's good, but that's all it is. And then he's gonna say something racist, and he probably wasn't in the script. But that was part of what the mule was. They're gonna find a way. He's gonna have to say something offensive. That's just, and then it's probably not even in the script. He just says what he says on the day he shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at no point is Clint Eastwood
It's called
acting in
improv.
part of these
Okay.
movies.
Yeah. Like
I think Gran Torino was just like, hey, you want to see what a Tuesday's like in the life of me?
Okay, Grandpa, let's take you inside.
Because all I know is he's supposed to help some guy's Mexican son. So I'm like, okay, this is some crazy, this is some dicey material. So I'm already ready for.
He falls in love with the kid's mom from the what you can see in the
something.
trailer.
Yeah.
I hope
He's like, hey, mama.
Yeah.
Narcos, Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like starts like walking up. He's like, I was a cop with an orangutan once. Like, yeah, all right.
Okay, Grandpa, whatever.
I said, I asked a guy if he knew how many bullets I had in my gun.
Dude, I love the movie with the orangutan. Every which way but
Every
loose.
which way but loose.
It was.
And then there was
I was in a band in high school. That was one of our CD covers. Was the orangutan and Clint Eastwood. Right turn, Clyde.
That's hilarious.
It's a classic.
I just remember the first one because my dad always told me the second one was garbage. Or we watched it and he told me it was garbage. I can't remember. I just remember the first one.
Yeah, didn't Clyde, didn't he knock over all the bikers? Like they fell over like dominoes. Right turn, Clyde.
It's like crazy how old Clint Eastwood is. And he just
91.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna direct movies still. I'm like, okay.
That's crazy. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe he was 91.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have to. He could just stop. But I just at the same time, like they're entertaining to me. Like even now, even I know sometimes sometimes the acting isn't always the best. Cause I know he does like one shot takes, I think they said he does, and he's just like, okay, it's good. Let's just go to the next thing. Yeah, no, you just can tell sometimes that they're not always the best at. Like Olivia Wilde in that Richard Jewell movie was not. The more I think about it,
Miscast as hell.
Yeah. But like when he's good, I think he's still really good. Like as when he's doing like a role, he can still carry a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about a Razzy nominations?
Yeah.
There's Bob's idea, I believe, right?
Yeah. Well, I got my worst actor nomination for you, Logan.
Okay.
I put up Tom Hardy for Capone.
Yep. Well deserved.
I put LeBron James because again, that's about right. But no, the Capone one was the one where I was like, because I watched about 20 minutes of it, and the joke you made about he farts a lot, I was like, oh, whatever. I watched, I was like, holy shit, like seriously, the fart is a different character in this movie now. It was really bad.
It's a really good supporting actor.
Baked beans.
The farts actually sound like Tom Hardy as Bane, just
Man, that movie was awful.
Another one is Harrison Ford in Call to the Wild, which I watched about 20 minutes of and went, oh no.
The CGI was awful.
There's no way here. Like, granted, real life Harrison Ford walked away from a plane crash twice. I don't believe he can do that. Like, I believe he goes outside and goes, oh, that's a little cold, and turns back around. It was horrible.
Yeah, for my nominations, it's all pretty much Space Jam. Worst movie, Space Jam: New Legacy. Worst director, Malcolm D. Lee. Worst actor, LeBron. And then worst actress is Jessica McNamee from Mortal Kombat, Sonny Blade.
I got Louis Tan from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
You're not
I
liking it. Another
those are
worst
bad.
movie nomination was Bloodshot for me with Vin Diesel. I love the
It
comics.
was all right. I kind of liked it.
I can't buy Vin Diesel as anything else anymore. Like, to me, he's one-dimensional Vin Diesel. Like,
Family.
exactly. That's all I see.
little more famous, Amy Adams for her performance in the movie, The Woman in the Window.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bad, huh? She's usually good. Wow.
So that
Terrible.
movie sucks, and she was in pains.
She wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, that movie was not as good as it could have been.
And yeah, because there's so many talented people behind that movie. There's so many good people in it. It was just
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are my picks.
I'm going to mention one that you guys haven't mentioned so far, but I think some people actually liked it. So sorry if you're offended, but I started Jolt and I didn't even make it like 10 minutes in. I was like, I got to shut this off. This is terrible.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I just wasn't in the mood. I don't know, but yeah, it was just like off to me when I watched it, and I was like, I don't know.
Is it supposed to be good? I haven't heard anything about it.
I don't know. Somebody liked it. Maybe it was Niall. I think Niall probably liked it, but I just couldn't get into it. And I only gave it 15 minutes, but that's about all I needed to see. It's like, this is bad.
Every year there is a movie that you have an attractive like female actress that tries to do that. Last year was a Rhythm Section. Year before that was Peppermints. I can't even go back more than that. I don't remember it.
Right.
Peppermint was terrible. Rhythm Section was okay, but the one with Jennifer Garner was stupid. It's like,
I couldn't do Joel. Just the premise of it. I don't know. Every time she'd get angry, she'd like snap, and I don't know.
It sounds like the one with Jason Statham. Is it like that?
It's pretty much kind of like that. Yeah.
Crank, right?
Yeah, Crank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of like that from what I saw anyway. Yeah. But I just didn't buy her at all. Like, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. So that would be one of my nominations. Space Jam is up there too. I didn't really. LeBron was pretty bad as far as acting wise, although, he's talking about a bunch of cartoons that aren't there. So it's not all his fault.
I don't know. He couldn't even act with like the kids in the scenes. That's what was worrying me. Like, oh, but no, those are people.
I liked him in
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck, he was funny.
He was good in it. Yeah, I like that one.
He was
a person, not the person.
I think it's because he had somebody he could lean on. He wasn't the lead. When you have to give him the lead, it's kind of a lot for him to do.
Those Who Wish Me Dead. It was an okay movie, but I thought Angelina Jolie, I just couldn't buy her in the role either. Couldn't believe that she'd be like one of those firefighters out there trying to do that. Just didn't buy it at all.
You couldn't believe that Tyler Perry would go out of his way to hunt someone down.
No.
As soon as I saw he was the villain, I was like,
yeah, exactly.
I just got that movie in the mail. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Like,
it was one of the HBO Max movies.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good.
John Bernthal's in it, but it wasn't that great. And it's Taylor Sheridan wrote it too, so you figured it'd be good, but
no. Okay, I'll pass.
Pass on it.
That sucks.
I put Tom and Jerry up there.
Oh yeah,
with the worst movie, not because the movie was that terrible, like whatever, but the animation didn't feel like it was complete. I felt like they rushed something or it was off a step. Like it seriously felt like you were watching remember when Logan had that leaked screen, or X-Men Origins, when that version got leaked out and there was no CGI? Like it feels like someone just MS painted a bunch of stuff on there and you're just like, oh, there you go, But mind you, a lot of the movies I watch that were terrible are because I have to watch a lot of kids. The kids like the movies. So like Artemis Fowl was crap. Doolittle was crap. There were no good kid movies this year.
Tom and Jerry reminded me of like an 80s music video, like Paula Abdul. Like, I don't know if you guys remember with a cartoon that came in. That's what Tom and Jerry reminded me of. But even though that was 30 years ago, 2021, and we're like, what are you doing?
It's MC Scat Cat, if I remember correctly.
Yes. You're right. You're right, Bobby.
And I had that single on a cassette. And
it didn't come out this year, but it was on HBO. So if I have to nominate, I feel like it has to be nominated like every year because it was so bad. I watched that Cats movie, The new that movie was terrible. I think that took like years off my life. It was so bad. Because
trip.
Yeah, I watched it. I wasn't expecting it was gonna be good, but I was like, okay, it's gonna be like these weird like cats and they're gonna sing songs, but I like hated everything about it. The songs I hated. I hate like, and then James Corden was in it, and I think every time I see him, I grow to hate him. The more I see him, like I get why people hate him more. The more I see him, so I was like, that part was obnoxious when he has to do like a bunch of comedy. I was like, this is trash. And that was actually, yeah, she was bad in it too.
Yeah.
Like the only part I liked in that was Jennifer Hudson when she did the Memory song. But like the rest of that movie, I was like, this is terrible. And I put it on myself. I made myself watch it. I could have turned it off. But it's like I had to endure it for some reason. I think I thought it was going to get better, but it never did. I was like, oh my God, this is trash.
Idris Elba looked like a fucking demon in that movie.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Cats cleaned up last year at the Razzies. I was looking at this. They won worst screenplay, worst supporting actor, James Corden, worst picture, worst director, worst supporting actress, Rebel Wilson, and worst screen combo.
Okay, so they got it right that year.
It's crazy.
This year, I didn't realize it already took place. There's a movie called Music.
That's a Sia movie. I heard that was terrible.
Yeah. She won it. She won Best Director. Kate Hudson won for Worst Actress. Worst Actor is Michael Lindell for Absolute Proof. Worst Screenplay was 365 Days. Worst Supporting Actor was Rudy Giuliani for the Borat film. Worst Director was Sia. Worst Picture was Absolute Proof. Worst Supporting Actress was Maddie Ziegler in Music. Worst on-screen combo was Rudy Giuliani and Borat's daughter. Worst prequel was Doolittle. It's a shame. I feel like they should televise the Razzies. I mean, some people actually like lean into it. Like Halle Berry was there when she won it for Catwoman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I feel like they have to learn to laugh at themselves. At least some. I guarantee you, Robert Downey Jr. is up for one of those awards. He's going to go there.
Yeah. I know Sandra Bullock, she showed up for that All About Steve movie. It was like the same weekend she won the Oscar, and she showed up at the ceremony.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could get Ricky Gervais to host it. Just turn it into this fun thing. Just get.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so he gets all shit faced.
No, dude,
Yeah.
he did that anyway, and he got paid a lot of money to do it. I figured he should do it now. Well, his what was it? Afterlife's coming back, so hopefully he'll have some free time, start doing it again. I don't know if you guys have seen that show or not, but that show's
No, I need to watch that. Yeah,
I haven't seen it
hear
yet.
good things about it.
I like Ricky Gervais anyway, so I was like, all right, well, I'll check this out. And it's rough. Like, it's not a comedy. Like, there are funny moments, there are good points, but overall, like, it's a sad story, but he plays it really well. I guess I don't know if you can compliment an actor by saying he plays depressed so well. Like, he plays but he's really good with it. It's definitely something to check out, just if you're able to, if that makes sense. Like, if you can handle like real dark headspace for a couple episodes, it's great, but it's just.
How long are those episodes? Are those half hours or those hours?
Yeah.
Half hour.
Oh,
Okay.
and HBO Max just put out an animated show about the Windsor family.
Oh, I heard about it. I didn't watch it though. I heard it was okay.
People were telling me it's fucking hilarious. I was like, well, all right, I'll have to watch it now. Just because they rip into the Queen. It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna, not that I have anything against the Queen, but I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of curious as to what they would do, and it looks pretty good.
About Michael Bay's Turtles, another one coming out.
Oh
Oh,
God!
I'm so pissed.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
No.
Woo! Ninja Rap. Hopefully Ninja Rap's back.
Oh God, they could bring back Vanilla Ice for it at this point. Like, didn't we get Casey Jones in this latest one? Did we get a Casey Jones?
Yeah, Stephen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh God, that's right. Him too.
Who was?
Bad.
Who played him?
Stephen Amell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Arrow.
Yeah.
That guy's not a great actor.
No.
Like he's good in his. Don't give him. He's good at Arrow. He was good
Yeah,
in
he
TV
was.
shows because they're segmented.
Hmm.
Which he is in a new show that I'm going to have to find a way to watch because it's on Stars. But I think the only people who are excited about anything Michael Bay makes are Michael Bay himself. I don't even think other people are happy anymore.
Fuck Michael Bay.
There was a time. I was just gonna say there's a time I used to defend like the Transformer movies, and I think that last one, that was the one that broke me. That movie was not good. The one he directed, I was like, I don't know, he should stay away from this for a while. Like he had some good movies, but I don't know.
He did in the 90s, but
Yeah,
I was going to say
30
Yeah.
years ago.
it's just yeah.
I didn't see Six Underground. Did anyone see that?
I enjoyed that one. I had a fun time with Six Underground. Like it's dumb, but at least it's the kind of dumb he can do. Like it just a lot of stuff happens. You don't pay attention to the plot. Just a lot of action happened. A lot of things blew up, and then like that's all I remembered about it. But I had a fun time with it. Like that's the kind of Michael Bay movie that I'm okay with. I don't know why I don't know what he's gonna do with a Ninja Turtles movie. That sounds like it's gonna be 3 hours long, and then they're not gonna focus on the turtles. Something with the military has to happen because they fund half of these movies probably if he does a franchise. So I don't know.
Jesus Christ, this guy owes so many people apologies. I'm looking at his list of hits here. like a lot of these Bad Boys, loved Bad Boys, fucking great. Armageddon, sure. Bad Boys 2, cool. The Rock, absolutely freaking lootly. Love The Rock. And then maybe Pearl Harbor. And
No.
I never watched it.
No.
No.
And
I
then
would-
the Purge movies, he's a producer on Quiet Place, so at least his name's on something good. But I thought there was
his company, Platinum Dunes, probably.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
why his
dude,
name's on it.
Friday the 13th remake, which should just get him decapitated now.
The Jason Voorhees fucking machete.
Oh, he also did Nightmare on Elm Street one too. He did both of those remakes back to back years. Oh,
Because what isn't it put out in Platinum Dunes, which was his like production company?
yeah.
That's
Because
probably why.
Just holy shit. The Purge movies alone. I didn't know there was another Purge movie coming out.
Came out.
It came out?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
I
Forever
watched
Purge.
Purge? Why is there a guy with a cowboy hat on it? What the fuck is that? I only watched the first one. Did I miss something?
This one's in Mexico.
Thought it was always the Purge in Mexico.
There's a white guy and an immigrant in the movie, and they have to work together. And it's not actually during the purge. Like the purge happens like in the first 10 minutes, and that's when I went to the bathroom. And I came back and I was like, what'd I miss? He's like, oh, basically the whole purge. And I was like, oh fuck, okay. So yeah, then the rest of the movie was lame.
Oh,
I went with
he
my
did
brother
Songbird
just to
too.
see something. Songbird.
He did Songbird and The Island. Oh yeah, that is the reason I will forever say fuck Michael Bay. The movie The Island.
Yeah, well,
Scarlett Johansson gave her creative idea. Why shouldn't I be topless for some? And Michael Bay said no. We could have got 2005 Scarlett Johansson. Sounds terrible. And I apologize, but hard to believe. That might have saved that movie. It wasn't good.
I remember hearing that.
Like Pearl Harbor, the only good part about that movie was the
end credits when it ended.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Watching Cuba Gooding Jr. for some reason have his own little story arc in there just so he can blow up a bunch of shit was kind of cool.
I just remembered it was a shitty love story. That's all I remember about it.
I never watched it, so I'm probably not
Pain
going
and
to.
Gain, that's another one that was terrible.
I like Pain and Gain.
13 Hours, which was God, this guy's been stealing money for years.
Speaking of Scarlett Johansson, Colin Jost is Scarlett Johansson's husband, and he's writing this new Turtles movie.
Yeah, him and his brother. Yeah.
Who Colin is, or
The Weekend Update guy.
well, yeah, I forget what Colin's brother's name is. Joe
Casey.
Jost?
I think it's
Casey Jost,
Casey.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
Impractical Jokers. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if anything, at least the Turtles will be funnier.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to, I don't know what I read, but something about them being teenagers and focusing on that is what
I mean,
Red.
and that has every possibility of being a good idea, but I still don't think it saves
Yeah.
the movie.
If it's Michael Bay, yeah, then no, forget about it. Chances are it's going to be a stinker. There's been so many, they just keep rebooting it. It's like, come on.
That's the thing. Like, I love the original Turtles, and then
And isn't there another version with Seth Rogen is creating or trying to get?
I think that the
done?
animated, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think so. Yeah.
That'll probably be good then, like an animated one, which is how it should be.
Also, I hope if they can do an animated turtle movie again, I want them to do the newest story that is Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Last Ronin. It's freaking really good.
Does that have to do with Splinter and his samurai?
No,
skills
it
and all
has to
that?
do with all the turtles are dead except for one, and you don't know who it is. But a Ronin is a ninja without a master. So Splinter's gone. All the other turtles are dead. And this turtle decides he's going to take out everything and just go apeshit, essentially, and be like a John Wick-esque
Damn, I was going to
character.
say, is this John Wick motherfucking Ninja
It's
Turtles?
it's badass,
That'd be cool.
but you find out in the second issue which turtle survived it all. But then, because he has all of their weapons on him, and he's wearing just a black band. It's really good.
Huh. Sounds pretty interesting.
But you're not going to be able to, you can't score individual issues because people are grabbing them up like crazy, which rightfully so, whatever. But when the graphic novel comes out,
That lady from Night Court died. Christine from Night Court died. I used to love
Marquis-
Night Court. Marquis
Marquis
Post
Post.
died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. She was a good looking woman.
Yeah. She was so good on that show. I was like, it was crazy when I found out she died. I was like, because the last time I saw her, she didn't look sick, but they said she had cancer. She was
Cancer,
going
yeah.
through chemo treatment. It's crazy.
Yeah, she looked good.
People-
She was like
yeah.
in her 70s, I think, right?
Yeah. In her 70s.
Wow.
Yeah. She was good. Like Night Court is one of those shows I watched so much. I was like lucky enough to find, because I was obsessed with John Larroquette, because we watched Richie Rich a lot, and Madhouse used to be on TV. So it's like, if I watch a Night Court, I'm gonna find it one day. So they showed it on TV Land eventually, and I would watch it, like it would sometimes be in the morning, or sometimes I have like a bunch of tapes of Night Court, so I'd watch like a bunch of them. I mean, it's on DVD now, so like I don't have to, but I have like some of the other seasons that I don't have on DVD. So I just sometimes go back to it every now and again. She was really good on that show. And
Yeah.
Mac died the other day too. The black
Yeah,
guy.
I was going to say another.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And of course, the judge died a few
Yeah.
years ago.
I finished Dr. Death on Peacock, which was fantastic. And they
That's a good show.
suckered me back in with the actual documentary. So now I'm watching that, even though I know how everything happens. But no, Dr. Death. And then I'm going to start that HBO Max animated show about the Queen and whatnot.
Cool.
And then Friday, I'm going to see Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's nice.
And Crystal Lake.
Yep, Camp Crystal Lake,
Shit.
right on the beach.
Oh, no kidding. They're showing it on the beach. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and Bob are gonna go skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hopefully not get killed by Jason Voorhees.
Well, that was my problem. I told my buddy, I was like, the only thing is, I go, people are going to dress up as Jason. He wasn't even in the first one. He's like, this is why you're a nerd. He's like, the fact that that's what jumped into your mind. I was like, yeah. No, it should be good though. It's sold out, so we'll see how that goes.
Hell yeah, should be fun, man. Yeah, I've checked out, finished up Masters of the Universe Revelation. Had a good time with that. Me and Henry reviewed that. Been watching Mr. Corman, obviously, Suicide Squad, finished Gangs of London, was excellent. And I'm gonna be watching some more Apple shows. Ted Lasso, hopefully.
Cool.
A lot of the same ones that Logan mentioned, we watched and reviewed. Rick and Morty, I'm on the last episode of season 3.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it is great. It gets crazier and crazier as it goes on. Yeah, I can't wait for season 4.
Did you
Yeah,
like
I
the episodes where they go through just the different TV shows?
Yes.
It's
Oh, yeah.
just the voice actor freestyling.
Wait, did you see the
It's
snake?
very clever.
You see the snake episode?
I'm trying to think.
Go back to this when you go back. I don't know what season's in, but it's a snake goes back to the planet and all the snakes just communicate in hisses.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think I
you
did see
get
that.
snake
Yeah.
jazz.
Yeah.
It's like oh, it's a snake jazz.
One of the last episodes I watched, it was just all of these like memories that Rick basically or Morty wanted erased from his mind. So like,
Oh yeah.
Rick put him in the chair and could plug in the memories into his head to see like what he had erased, and it was all this ridiculous shit. It was, that's a great show.
I've been watching The White Lotus. That's a good show. I
Well,
love
I've
that
been,
show.
I've been tempted.
That show is so good. Like the first like 2 episodes, it's a lot of setup. And then that 4th episode, there's something, I don't want to spoil it, but something crazy happens at the end of the 4th one. I'm not gonna say it found its groove, but like now things are kind of starting to like come together. Cause like all these people, like I said before, they're still terrible. But like there's certain people you like, but then I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out because most of these people are just you have to just see like how bad it gets. It's like it builds like kind of to like, okay, let's see how terrible it's gonna get. And it's like very slow pace to it, and then like it just keeps building and building. Like I feel like something big is gonna happen in the last episode because there's only like 2 episodes left. And it's gonna, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from it. I like that. I don't know what to get out of it, really. I just know I like the writing of it. I like the pacing. Like I enjoyed everything about it as a whole. It's a show that I can see like it's not gonna be for everybody, like I was saying, but it's so weird in a way that it's attuned to me in a way where I like the way it's going and I like the way it's like put together, just the tone of it. And it's funny, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's a laugh out loud funny show. It's more dry, witty kind of stuff. But like it's definitely worth a watch. And I was gonna write a review for the site about it because I had a lot of thoughts about it. So I might send that to you guys at some point. Yeah. But I love that show so far. It's definitely worth watching. And then I started because I'm trying to because we watched Fargo a few months ago, so I've been trying to go through all the Noah Hawley shows. So I finished Legion. Legion I wasn't crazy about. I watched this like a few months ago. It was weird. I give it points for doing a lot of different things that I'm not going to see. I don't know if it was a show I loved, but it did a lot of interesting stuff. So I found out he had a show on. I had to go to Crackle because he had a show called The Unusuals. And it's like a cop show. Mm-hmm. And the whole premise of it is everybody has like their own quirk. It's like Jeremy Renner's in it. And he's basically like this guy who's a cop. He was a former baseball player, but then he turned out that, something happens where he just decided he wanted to be a cop. And he like runs a restaurant at the same time. And then there's another cop who's basically, he wants to die because he found he had a brain tumor. And then he goes through like this whole existential thing where now he doesn't know if he wants to die. He starts asking questions about life. And then his partner is one of the guys from Oz, the guy in the wheelchair. I forget his name. But I know Harold Perrineau is the real actor's name. But he's like this guy who has a vest. And the whole point of him is he thinks he's going to die when he's 42 because his dad died of cancer when he was 42. And his uncle or his granddad died when he was 42. So he's like, well, I'm going to die because I'm 42 now. So he wears this vest the whole time because he thinks he's going to get shot or something. And he doesn't like to take risks. He even puts like foam on the desk, like so he doesn't injure himself. And it's entertaining for what it is. It's not a cop show. So like some of the style of Noah Hawley shows in there it's kind of Fargo-ish in a way in some of the episodes, but it's still a network show, so it's not like totally fully formed. It's still like you can still tell, okay, we're ABC because it was an ABC show, so like you got to put stuff in here so people don't get lost. So there's still like case by case stuff, and that stuff's okay. It's entertaining just to have something to pass the time. I mean, it's only 10 episodes because like it got canceled. So I mean, it's worth a watch. It's a decent show.
I'm watching I rewatched Memento last night.
Oh, okay.
How was
Yeah.
that?
It's awesome. Forgot how great that movie was. How good, yeah, everything.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and I am also watching The Movies That Made Us, the second season.
I watched the Back to
Cool.
the Future one.
Yeah, I know you probably know, like I knew everything that they were throwing at us.
Pretty much, yeah. It was
Yeah.
cool seeing the Eric Stoltz footage
Yeah,
for the
it's
first time. I hadn't seen that.
how Christopher Glover, they made a little tiny fence.
Yeah,
Glover
so he
inside,
didn't step
frame.
out.
That was funny.
That was fun.
The Jurassic Park one was good. I watched
Oh,
that
was?
one. Yeah. Jurassic
Yeah.
Park.
What else? It's it's Jurassic Park.
Was it Dirty Dancing?
No,
No, Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman.
And
Yeah,
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Yeah, probably gonna do the Pretty Woman tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and what else? No Southern Move. I talked about Sopranos. I talked about. Dave is weird. Like, does anyone watch Dave?
No, not yet.
Yeah, the last one was crazy.
I didn't
Did you
see
watch
it.
that one?
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet.
Oh, it's probably my favorite of the season. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin's involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Holy shit. That's awesome.
yeah.
And then,
But yeah, it's been pretty crazy season. It has been.
probably I'm gonna check out. Who saw Till Death with Megan Fox?
I think Niall saw that.
Niall
Yeah,
saw
that was
it.
Also,
Niall.
yeah, I'm gonna check that out on Tuesday. So that's all I got.
I still need to check out Green Knight, the new A24 flick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see that really bad.
It's on my list. Not playing anywhere around here. What else we got coming out? Don't Breathe 2's coming out next week, right, Henry? What else is coming out? What If
That's
this
right.
week?
What if this Wednesday,
Cool.
Disney Plus, the cartoon Marvel series with all like the alternate, what if
I think the first
Captain
one
America was
is
played by
the Peggy.
Peggy Carter. Yep.
Sweet.
That
We can-
starts on Wednesday. Yeah, Don't Breathe, Free Guy. That's this Friday.
Cool.
Both of those coming out.
Are those gonna be on
Uh,
HBO Max?
No, neither of those theaters.
Damn.
I want to see Free Guy, but at the same time, like I kind of think I know where that is. Like just it'll still be fun as hell, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
My buddy in Vegas saw it. He said it was one of the best of the year.
really,
He said it was surprisingly good, like really
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
So
the Hype comes out August 12th. Titans comes out August 12th.
wow.
Now I'm trying to see all the things that are on HBO Max. Like,
Reminiscence is the next one with Hugh
Which
Jackman.
one?
I don't know. It's
Oh.
called Reminiscence.
for some reason, I thought you said Evanescence. I was like, they did a concert and it's on HBO.
Wake me up inside. Reminiscence. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just know Hugh Jackman's in it.
Oh,
On
it's
the
from
20th
one
that
of
comes out.
co-creators of Westworld, though.
Okay.
Cool.
Hugh Jackman is a scientist who discovers a technology to relive the past and use it to reconnect with a long-lost lover. Sure. Now there you
Oh, Hugh. Hugh.
Congress gang. So I got some good stuff coming out, TV and movies. So
American Horror Story Season 10, the 25th, and Candyman on the 27th.
wow,
Oh, there it is.
there we go. Got some more horror flicks coming up to the fall season, almost the end of summer, boys. Start
Yeah.
with the
winding
fall
down.
TV shows and movies.
Yeah,
Wait, no, is American Horror Stories already out, or is it?
American Horror Stories it's on it'll be the 5th episode.
It was,
believe,
they just
fourth or fifth.
debuted the 5th one. Yeah, it's 5 in. It comes out on Wednesdays on Hulu.
Hulu.
Is it worth it so
American
far?
Horse.
I don't love it.
Mm,
I like
It's
2 out.
mostly missed so far. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 out of 5 I've liked. It's not great. But I'm interested to see the new season of American Horror Story double feature.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go. the posters look cool and the teasers.
Macaulay
Like-
Culkin sleeping with Kathy Bates. I want to see that.
Exactly. That's the only reason that's the only reason I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, so I'm almost done with Deadwood also.
Cool.
Oh,
Nice.
It's about time, you cocksucker.
I can see why people got pissed off that show ended the way it did because now it's starting to really get good.
Yeah, I got at the end pretty much.
Yeah.
And they made the movie.
How's the movie?
I never watched it.
You know what?
I just know people watched it and then they want another one.
It's pretty decent. We
Decent?
watched it. Yeah, it was decent. But
Yeah, it's pretty
you-
decent.
it leaves you wanting a new season more than a movie. They
You
had
want-
a lot
yeah.
to wrap up.
Yeah. You want more?
Mhm.
I like another season of those characters. Good shit. Good writing. Good. A lot of good actors.
I can't believe that's the guy from Something About Mary.
Yeah, it is.
Sounds like
You want my
something-
wiener? My
Yeah.
baseball?
Bad.
My baseball.
I might go to the movies this weekend. I don't know. My birthday's coming up this weekend, so I don't know. Yeah, so I'll
Happy
see what
birthday.
happens.
Happy early
Thanks.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
thanks.
Happy early birthday, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and then I have to do like some kind of they're doing like a thing for my school, like a graduation ceremony. So it's gonna be a very busy week because they're just saying, oh, everybody that graduated fall 2020, they're gonna have a ceremony. So we'll see how that goes because I got to drive everybody there. And like now the thing is when you have to drive so many people, now you got to think about all the things that go into. Okay, I got to make sure everybody's there on time because they set it up like very, very late into it. So we'll see how it turns out.
All right, boys, that wraps it up for this edition of the Cinephellas Podcast, episode 120. Had a great time with you guys tonight talking about movies and TV shows and all that fun stuff. We'll be back here in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Fellas Podcast. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel right here for more movie reviews, TV reviews, podcast interviews, and all that fun stuff. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and then also our website, cinephellas.com.
Well, until the next Cinephellas podcast, like we all like to close it out every time we get together. Boys, it's been fun.
Cheers.
Love those boys.